Popcorn?
Butter.
Root beer? With red licorice? Nachos?
Have you ever gotten that right?
No.
I don't. That's really like. That's not okay.
No, start over. Okay, wait.
Hello, everybody. Reggie Fusame here, ready to introduce you to the new episode of the podcast. Now, today we have some big news. We're serving you up some big news. We're serving up some media news such as games, cartoons, books, and up next we're going to talk about what we've done and did over throughout the weeks. And we're going to serve a final last course of questions. Now, excuse me, I'm going to go play Nintendo Wii U on my 3DS.
What?
Hey everyone, welcome to Ready to Start the podcast where I change the box the chat is in. Who else is here? I'm Ryan.
I'm Rosa. Can't wait to start for another fun episode of the podcast.
You're Rosa?
Yeah, I'm Rosa.
Well, if you're Rosa, then I'm Seep, the beloved explorer.
And who's our special guest?
Hey, I'm 80. I don't know if my Discord icon didn't light up. Hi, I'm 80. I'm a guest.
Wow.
You're 80? You must be our oldest, podcast guest we've ever had. Sorry.
Boo!
Boomer.
What do you what do you do, 80? Tell us about yourself.
Oh, I make stuff. I make art. I make little puppets. I do stop motion. I like to work with my hands, make little clay things, I just, I hang out.
You're a freaking artist.
I'm an artist.
Was there kind of a big YouTuber you worked with you want to brag about real quick?
Oh yeah, I do stuff. I've done some stuff for Scott the Wise and Schaefer Productions.
You did?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Fun. Yeah.
Scott the Wells?
Yeah, the
That's
Wells.
It's true.
You met Scott you worked for Scott the Wells?
Yeah.
What was he like? Was he
He's
real?
Really nice. Yeah, I haven't met him in real life, but he's nice.
Is he a real person?
I don't know. He could just be a really advanced AI,
That's what I am.
Oh, just like you.
Yeah.
What?
We all are.
Someone just put a bunch of phrases into a robot, and that's how I exist.
No, I think he's real.
Yeah, he's a real swell person, I bet.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool, 80.
Yeah.
I remember when I saw that you were the one who did that stuff, I was like, whoa, because I've known you I don't even know how long. A while.
Wow. It was since Gravity Falls ended, I remember.
Oh my
Really?
god.
Because you had pines in your name, and I thought that was part of your name, but I think that was just because it was Gravity Falls' final episode was airing.
Oh my god,
Really?
Seep, were you a Gravity Falls head?
I mean, I like the show, but
Seep
What,
was
I had
chapter
pines?
9.
Maybe I'm misremembering. I don't know. Sorry.
wait, what was that? Does anyone in the chat remember this? If you've followed me in 2016, does anybody remember?
I feel like I've known you for so long. I don't remember your Gravity Falls phase though.
I don't think I had a phase.
It might have been for a day. I don't know.
I mean, I watched the show. I watched a lot of the show in a short amount of time, so I probably had a period where I talked about it more than usual. But yeah,
He's spreading misinformation, so I apologize.
that's fine. We've done worse. We've done worse.
We sure have done.
Yes, it's great to have you on, 80.
Super hyped to be here.
Yeah,
Listening.
I think we're gonna have a good episode today.
You think so?
Your help.
You think so? I want to have a good episode today.
What are we serving today?
Yeah, what do we want to talk about first? Because this is the kind of show we talk about a lot of topics. We talk about cartoons. We talk about gaming. We talk about film. We talk about TV.
So I just on the charity stream. I had to get rid of the thing. I think it was eating up the bitrate a bit.
You're talking about Bad Hamster.
Bad Hamster? What's Bad Hamster?
I was kind of hoping Seep would pick that up after I led into it.
Seep, what is Bad Hamster?
I don't know. All I know is a pretty good hamster who's here to save the day. Coming to
We can't
Disney
talk
Channel
about hamster
August
and Greta
12th.
for the third podcast in a row. I'm not letting you.
Why not? we're gonna get a huge news drop tomorrow because there's. Like,
Oh shit! Yeah, we should have waited a whole. We waited one more day to do this podcast. So we could have talked about Hamster and Gretel for a third time in a row.
Yeah. What riveting news! We could have talked about the Doofenshmirtz reveal that they're gonna do tomorrow. I bet he's got to be at the end of the trailer.
Oh my god, Sakura is gonna be like saying as this, like, we have one last thing to show you.
Sakura.
And then it's like, yeah.
And
He worked on Hansel and Gretel.
Right, yeah.
You know, do you know he made everything?
That's true.
Yeah.
So
what is Bad Hamster? Hold on.
Hamster is the big Nate short, the Anaconda S.
Oh!
Sorry.
Right. I for some reason I didn't remember the title. I think
are we starting with this? Are we just getting right into Big Nate and Hamster and Big Nate? Are we just getting right into it?
Are we gonna cause a divorce?
I don't know. What do our fans want to say? Hey, fans in the audience right now, you viewers, do y'all want to talk about? Should we talk about like I mean, if we talk about that, we got to talk about like Paws of Fury in general, right?
Okay, I think we should hold off. I think that's a big one. We should just start with smaller news before we get to Paws of Fury.
Okay.
I think.
Yeah, well, we gotta get people oiled up, you know.
All right. I think a smaller news thing we can start with. This was a bit after the last show we did. And this is a big day for our good friend Seep. They revealed a new Kirby game.
Oh yeah.
Kirby's Dream Buffet. It is a quote-unquote Fall Guys like. It's the best way to describe it. With Kirbys who eat a bunch of cake and get bigger and bigger.
Yeah. I mean,
yeah.
It's not always we get 2 Kirby games in a year. Though I mean it kind of happens often, but yeah. I mean, it looks fun. It's supposed to come out probably within the next month.
Yeah, I want to talk about its release real quick. It's very funny. They said, "Oh, it's coming out in summer." It's summer right now.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's definitely the kind of thing where they'll just like drop it all the time. They'll just have like a launch trailer, and it'll be available right then and there. So
yeah.
Do you think Do you think any characters will be playable besides Kirby in this? Like, I think the Waddle Dees might just be like bots on the map. Do you think they might be playable though?
It's hard to say. Maybe. It depends. Sometimes, I think recently you've kind of seen more and more like Kirby spinoffs that let you play as multiple characters. But I don't know. I could easily see this one just being like Kirby centric, just because it's a very the gameplay is very like, I don't know, Kirby
in its personality, you mean?
Yeah, in terms of like personality. But like I don't know. We know there's gonna be like multiple colors that you can pick from, because like there's like this art they released with like a mint chocolate.
Actually, newsflash, everyone. Brown Kirby is back.
For the first time ever since Kirby Squeak Squad, Brown Kirby is here to play the game.
Yeah. There was in the trailer, there's like a few things like eagle-eyed viewers noticed.
Eagle-eyed viewers at home might have noticed.
Yeah. There was like one Waddle Dee with like a special accessory on, I think. So I don't know what that necessarily says. If you could just pick, I don't know, there might be special hats. That'd be neat to see. I think DDD is going to be in the game because there is one part in the trailer where you see his insignia.
Oh, I want to hear your prediction for this. You had a very good prediction for this. I want you to say it.
Oh yeah, I think he might not necessarily be playable. Maybe he will be, but I think he'll have a big boss role in which it's like a giant, humongous DDD who's just like gorged on a bunch of cake, and so you have to fight this like giant DDD, and people are gonna make big Chungus jokes about it, is what I said.
Gosh.
And that's gonna be the big.
Is that
gonna be the big joke?
Payoff there, Chungus?
Yeah, what? Baby! I'm so hyped for DDD Chungus.
Oh, dude! Yeah, Kirby's gotten really popular lately, so I mean, we're gonna see a lot of.
I mean, Kirby's such an indie series.
You're gonna be seeing a lot of low effort 8-second YouTube memes.
Donkey Kong dancing videos.
Yeah.
Daisy dancing too.
Yeah, we're gonna see like DDD Chungus turning uncanny videos.
Is DDD Chungus gonna be the next Mr. Incredible Uncanny?
Maybe, I don't know, but yeah, I think they like doing. You might notice a pattern. They like doing things to DDD, so I think that's like a new avenue we're gonna see. I don't think we've really gotten to see a big like fat DDD.
I mean, is that just normal DDD?
Yeah, but like pushed to like a degree to which we've never seen. I think.
Okay.
I feel like that would make sense, and it's like a sumo style like battle royale thing. Where he tries to knock you off the stage.
Like kind of like the character from the character from Paws of Fury.
Oh my god! I didn't think you were gonna go for the Paws of Fury reference, Ryan.
Now I have a message from our friend Nintendo here.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you for fulfilling quota.
Oh yeah, we hit a sub 6-minute Nintendo quota.
Yeah.
For your stellar Nintendo Wii U for 3DS joke.
Addy, I have to ask, not about Kirby. Do you, when you go on YouTube.com, do you get recommended Mr. Incredible Uncanny videos?
Yeah.
Still?
Yeah.
I don't know. What about you, 80? What does your YouTube look like?
I did for a while, but that's because I kept like watching them out of curiosity, because they'd be like Mr. Incredible reacting to books, and then like the darkest one of him like a skull would be like Animal Farm, and I would just keep watching them to be like, all right, tell me about something that I don't know about Mr. Incredible.
I feel like the fact that Animal Farm is the deepest layer is like,
exactly.
Oh yeah, 14-year-olds are making these.
That's exactly it. Or they'll be like Mr. Incredible reacting to creepypastas, and the darkest one's like Squidward's suicide. Like, oh god.
Your story about this, like clicking on Mr. Incredible Uncanny videos, happened to me with Family Guy clips. My entire recommended videos for like months on end would be nothing but Family Guy clips because I would keep clicking on them. And like 80% of the time, I wouldn't like laugh at them, or they like wouldn't even be like good Family Guy clips. I just like stare at the screen like,
No, because they're all like algorithmically generated. Like Family Guy, like they'd be like 20 minutes long, and it'd be like randomly spliced bits from a full episode, and it wouldn't even like correlate to like jokes. Yeah, it would just be like random, like literal moments, literally just Family Guy moments.
Mr. Incredible reacts to Meeple gets neutered creepypasta.
What?
A Meeple from like, Futura Creature.
Mr. Incredible reacts to cartoons. Then the first one is all the 90s cartoons that are awesome. It's like, he's like super happy. And then he gets to like the darkest layer, and it's Steven Universe and
I don't need a spice.
And Pickle and Peanut.
Do you think there is any videos of like Mr. Incredible role players with like a live 2D rig on like that image of him smirking, and his like mouth moves? It's like, all right, time to get incredible. Oh my god! Yeah, sorry.
It's not even a live. It's not even a live 2D rig. It's like that thing that you're. Did anyone else have like an aunt who was really into those things, or it would just like add slight depth to it and make the mouth just kind of vaguely open and shut?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of. That exactly.
Okay, good.
It's like, cheese to meet you. It's like a picture of a mouse. Yeah.
I looked up Mr. Incredible Uncanny VTuber to try to find this, and I found Mr. Incredible becoming canny. Your sister is, and the image is Mr. Incredible looking uncanny next to a picture of a woman holding the pride flag.
Okay.
Excellent reminder of the 14-year-old band kids making these videos.
Yeah. Mr. Incredible when your annoying sister steals the computer to watch Steven Universe on HBO Max.
So true, Tommy. What were we talking about before we got into this? Kirby?
Yeah. Actually, I wanted to say a thing, but Mr. Incredible reacting to the screenslaver is fucking his one. No. Oh no, wait.
What?
You started that joke and then became incredibly unconfident in it.
Okay. I don't know. I just need to properly predicate this. It's like, remember how we were watching like these Incredibles 2 and we kept saying, who was her name in the movie?
The villain lady?
Yeah.
Wasn't her name like Evil Villain?
Yeah, that's her name.
Yeah. We kept saying that her and like Mrs. Incredible should just fuck already.
Look,
Yeah.
I think Mr. Incredible doesn't deserve his queen. That's all I'm gonna say.
Really?
Yeah.
Who
Hey.
do you think deserves her?
Let me look up top 10 Pixar moms, and whoever number 2 is will be turned. Mrs. Incredible's new queen is the queen from Bug's Life.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. Oh
So I just
God.
searched up Mr. Incredible becoming uncanny on YouTube and sorted by most recent. There's one from 18 hours ago, and it's Mr. Incredible becoming uncanny, reacting to the internet speeds of different countries.
That's a really good idea of what you're doing right now. Searching Mr. Incredible uncanny videos by most recent. I feel like you're gonna get some fascinating like gems.
You're gonna get some like very specific like 14-year-old who is very mad at one specific thing.
Oh yeah, I think that's what half of these are.
All right, anything you want to say about Kirby before we move on, Seep? I feel like you care the most about this.
Does anybody else have anything?
I don't have much to say. It looks fun. I feel like the Kirby spin-offs aren't like super my thing usually, but I think this one looks a bit more fun than some of the ones they've done recently.
Yeah, it looks it's the first one in a while that that isn't like they're like bringing their 3DS catalog on the Switch. So I'm really interested to see like this. It's a neat idea. It's not a sequel to anything. It's not. I'm interested to see how it plays. Yeah,
I wanted to say this about it actually. I feel like Ricky Furman. I'm sorry to pronounce that wrong. I feel like his influence over the series has become stronger because I feel like Kirby expresses a lot more like how you would in his art in this game.
Oh yeah, that is something big about like since like Forgotten Land. I think they've been pushing sort of like a lot of like wacky because like Kirby in this game, like his abilities, he changes like his whole body shape.
Yeah.
Which is pretty like cartoony and funny, and he makes a lot of like faces in this. Like he makes his like shocked big eyes expression a lot in this game, which I think is good to see. I like it. I like the funny Kirbiness faces.
Ricky was like I think I wouldn't mind if he had like a big hand, like a lot of kind of future Kirby stuff like he did in Forgotten Land, and I feel like it's carrying over here. I feel like his art style is good for like the Kirby the Kirby series.
By the way, they stole my spoon. I just want to say that.
They see a spoon you put in your cartoon?
Yeah, I want hold on, let me get a picture that we could put on screen just so I could like be vindicated right now that they stole my spoon. I did like 3 years ago now. I did a short where Kirby eats ice cream and he had like a Star Rod spoon. Yeah, this game was probably fully developed since then. They stole my spoon. They turned it into a fork. And they thought I wouldn't notice.
Stole. It's you lifting drinks.
Yeah. So what do you think?
Oh, then I put this on screen so no one can see.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is, I know they've got their jolly little eyes on me. I know they're just drooling. They're waiting. They're harassing me in my comments, telling me to make more Kirby videos.
Someone in chat is talking about like they hope they keep DDD's proportions from Forgotten Land around, and I'll be honest, I like that DDD design a ton. I wouldn't be surprised if we don't see it again, though. DDD, his design very much more than any other character in the series heavily depends like what the kind of like art direction of the game is. That's why he kind of keeps looking different. I feel like DDD's the character they usually give like the art director for games the most freedom on.
Yeah, because in Forgotten Land he was just a boss, and that's all he needed to be.
Mm-hmm.
I think we could. I think I'm kind of expecting like, you know, like in this game, like if he's just gonna be a boss in the Dream Buffet, then he'll probably have like a big wacky design.
Yeah, I feel like if he's in this one, he'll probably use that design. Actually, it fits this game's tone.
Yeah, but I feel like with Playable, they kind of like the like promotional render sort of design.
Yeah.
Mixing it up when he's a villain, but when he's a hero, he's got to stay the same.
Yeah. But yeah, I guess it's all. I don't really have anything else to say.
All right. I'm trying to think of some smaller news things that might have happened this week before we get into two bigger things this week. I always forget what happens this week. What are we serving?
Yeah.
We're not serving anything. Nintendo Pictures was just like.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, Nintendo formed basically their own movie division. I don't know what that says about the relationship with Illumination. I don't know what that implies. That they feel the need to go make their own thing.
Yeah, I mean, we don't even technically know what it's going to be used for. Like,
yeah, because this studio does 2D and 3D stuff. It sounds like.
Right. Oh, maybe they're. What?
Oh, sorry.
No, you go.
I was gonna say, do you think it could just be for like the like short stuff? Like Pokemon posts a lot of like, oh, it's just a short film. Look, Bidoof's running around. Do you think they could be doing it for more like that kind of stuff?
That's possible because this is the same studio that did the Pikmin shorts. This was the team that did them. I know. Nintendo has talked about for a long time now, wanting to expand into like movies and TV. So there's a chance this might be for something more. But it's hard to say. We're probably gonna see how that first movie they're doing goes over.
Mm-hmm.
I hope it's an experience.
We'll finally get that epic Netflix series where Link has a beard.
Link has a beard?
I feel like if they do a TV show, Nintendo, it's gonna be Zelda, which is like the most obvious thing to do for a TV show, right? Like that's sort of the one that people are gonna keep binging on a streaming service for. Or it's gonna be a choice that makes you go like, oh, okay, yeah, sure, you can do that. Like it's gonna be like Star Fox. Like there will have been like a Star Fox game like in 8 years, and they'll be like, yeah, we're doing a Star Fox show now, by the way.
Yeah.
You know what? I'll take that. I like the characters.
They're gonna make F-Zero wacky races.
Like it's an episodic, like that sounds funny.
That'd be funny.
With F-Zero.
And then they're gonna make a cartoon about Reggie, and then Reggie's gonna be like, my body is Reggie, and then he's gonna eat my fruit. He's gonna eat the food in my fridge, and then he's gonna.
I'm gonna put out a bold prediction. Actually, I think I could see the studio doing Animal Crossing shorts specifically. I could see like Nintendo posting Animal Crossing shorts like every month or so, and those like always blowing up on Twitter.
That's true.
Yeah. If they just release a shirt of like, oh, here's the cute animals you love from this game doing some silly things, that's gonna be all over like online. Like that's gonna dominate like discussion.
True. Yeah.
My Blorbos.
My Blorbos.
Like those little like Tom Nook comics that they were making, they could just make those as animated shorts, and people would be like, "Oh my god, did you see the character development that they gave to Digsby?"
Digsby. Is Digsby a real character? I actually don't know.
Yeah,
that's Isabel's brother.
Like, yeah, that's my brother.
They gotta expand the Don Rossetti lore, who is Mr. Rossetti's taller brother.
Yeah.
I feel like if I want anything out of this, like a Nintendo, like they're making TV shows and movies, I can't say Kirby because Nintendo doesn't have actually any control over that. So if you're going to this partnership expecting Fire Emblem, Kirby, or like Xenoblade stuff, that's not what's gonna happen out of this probably. But in terms of Nintendo's catalog though, I want them to make a Luigi's Mansion cartoon. I think that'd be funny.
Yeah, I would like that. I mean, I like those Pikmin shorts they did. I think
honestly, they could just do more Pikmin shorts too. I liked those a lot.
Yeah. Or just stuff in that vein. I just like it doesn't have to be like
Netflix series with like a story and
stuff necessarily. Even though that would be cool.
But what are we gonna do if they don't make a Zelda show where he has a beard and he fights a dragon and he's in a medieval land that doesn't really look like Hyrule?
Finally, Link will talk.
Finally, Link.
I feel like I kind of dread the idea of like a Zelda show because I feel like they would get the wrong idea of like what Zelda is, right? Like it'd be like, okay, they want Game of Thrones, but like Link is vaguely the main character in it. When I feel like Zelda's specific depiction of like fantasy is a lot more fun to me. Like, like there's like Gorons and like silly creature characters. That's like part of the fun.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I
There's,
don't know.
there are just so many different like executions of the Zelda like world that it'd be really hard to choose one that everybody would like.
They should have a new Zelda series that sort of, in order to like bring it to the modern age, kind of introduce it to a new generation of kids.
Okay.
We could
Okay.
have like we'll have a new design for Link, where he's a little more childlike, a little more friendly. He's got new clothes. He's got new kicks. He's got new friends. He goes to high school.
Okay. Okay.
Wow, this sounds like Genshin Impact. Now remember, Genshin Impact is a game that
What?
has content and worlds. They also have characters.
Seep, are you trying to describe like a bean mouth cartoon for like Zelda?
Yeah, I'm talking. They do that like the cartoons that they would do for video games. In,
like Mega Man powered up.
Yeah, stuff like that. Stuff like that. I'm thinking.
What do you think Link's friends would be like in this cartoon you're pitching? What would you have a fat friend and a girlfriend?
Yeah,
I mean, that's what you
Goron.
do, right?
like
a
Goron
big
the
fat
friend.
Yeah, big fat silly friend who's like cowardly and he likes to eat, and then he has a girlfriend who rolls her eyes and puts her hand on her hips.
Seriously, Link?
Seriously, Dobby, Link's fat friend?
No, it'd be like a Goron.
I guess it's true.
Principal
Like-
Harkinian.
Now, Link, don't give me any of that silent treatment like you always do.
My boy,
Did it?
it's
Let me
third
tell you.
period.
This cartoon would have the most passionate of Canadian voice actors behind it. To really bring these iconic characters to life. It's such an honor to bring this iconic character to life. I'm so happy as a small-time Canadian voice actor with
Rob Paulson
3 other
voiced
credits.
Rob
Paulson?
Rob Paulson,
Link.
Link voice, like, okay, guys.
Oh,
And
wow.
then you get like a random like voice cameo by like what's his name, Justin Roiland.
Okay.
Is he Canadian?
I
Why
just
Justin
think
Roiland?
random. I don't know. He just
Okay.
comes as like a funny little character. Like, hey,
What does he say?
I'm the tax collector or something. I don't know. Because hey, me, I'm here to bust unionization or something.
There it is.
All right, write that down.
Should have put that on the bingo. Change the bingo chart. Add Justin Roiland busts unions to our bingo.
Do you?
I think that deserves a spot.
So we talk about like Tom Kenny, like stock paycheck voice a lot. There's Rob Paulson has one of those too, I think, where he's like, he like isn't truly. I feel mean for saying this because I don't mean it's like a diss. Like, sometimes take a job because you take a job, right?
Right, yeah.
But you can tell Rob Paulson will be like, all right, I'm gonna do my all right, everyone voice, and I'm gonna leave.
Okay. Yeah, this good old Coconut Fred voice. It's just like it's this cartoon voice. It's like, you need a cartoon? I'll do a voice. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, he's a great guy. He's a great cartoon. What?
I was thinking about. I was gonna start out with like controversy about like Tinkle and his status as a twink.
What?
Hey, just so everyone knows, in the middle of this podcast, they revealed the first look at the Tiny Toons reboot. I forgot they were doing.
Oh, where they're in like college or something?
No, I think they're still babies. I can't
Is it
tell
called
actually.
University though?
They
It's like
maybe
Tiny Toons
they're high
University?
schoolers. Hold on, let me send in Discord, and you guys can all look at it real quick.
Tiny Toons Looniversity.
I guess they are older.
University.
They're in
just
college.
tiny. I guess.
So does this mean Plucky Duck can smoke weed now?
This is just gonna be that picture of all the like Ed and Eddie smoking weed.
Oh yeah.
Timmy Turner in the corner with his Cosmo bong.
Yeah. Oh, it's gonna be hype. Plucky Duck's gonna hit the bong, and that's silly character name. No, I didn't actually watch Tiny Toons.
Elmira's here.
Oh, Elmira's gonna what is it? She's gonna get canceled on social media episode.
You've never seen Tiny Toons in your life.
No.
You haven't seen a single episode.
I have to confess, I didn't actually watch a lot of
Has anyone here watched Tiny Toons?
I seen like clips of like, wow, this was a really dark episode of Tiny Toons.
Oh, the beer
They
episode?
drove
I've seen
off-
the beer episode, yeah.
This was a really dark episode. They're kids that drink beer and then they drove off a cliff. And then JFK lost the race.
What are you, lady?
I was gonna say yes, but then I realized that I was thinking about Baby Looney Tunes.
Oh my god.
Well, what do you think of Baby Looney Tunes?
I hated it so much. That was the show that was on
God.
when you were sick, and it was like, oh, there's nothing else on. I want to watch Jimmy Neutron, but I can't. I have to just watch Baby Looney Tunes and feel sick.
I feel like
Yeah.
Baby Looney Tunes is the safest cartoon ever to shit on, because I feel like no human being alive actually likes Baby Looney Tunes.
Now hold on. You may constantly Baby Looney Tunes Discord on like a Reddit somewhere.
No, I refuse to believe. I think Baby Looney Tunes would be the single safest cartoon to be like, this sucks on Twitter, and nobody would try to ratio for you for it. You'd be safe.
I don't know, Ryan. Have you checked like the Yakuza Reddit?
Why would the Yakuza Reddit?
Nihil is canceling Baby Looney Duels.
Oh my god.
Yeah. I don't have any fondness for it. It's such a like I think it's the perfect face of like whenever they do Looney Tunes stuff that's basically just appealing to like the grandma who wears a Tweety Bird t-shirt, and like that's the extent to which she enjoys Looney Tunes. I'm like gatekeeping right now.
Yeah, I was gonna say you're going off on Tiny Toons.
I'm just saying that's why I don't have any interest in it, because it's like barely, it has almost nothing to do with Looney Tunes.
It looks nice. I think this poster looks nice if it reflects what the show's gonna look like.
I'm talking about Baby Looney Tunes.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Tiny Toons. Like, you're going off on Tiny Toons for no reason.
No, I'm talking about Baby Looney Tunes, where it's just like nothing. Where it's just like they're just babies and they just walk around and they talk to each other.
I agree with you.
Yeah, no. I don't have much. Yeah.
Were most of the conflicts just like, he stole my blocks, I'm gonna kill him? Like,
I mean, yeah, it was like, I mean, it's a literal, it's a preschooler show. I mean, I can't be like angry about it, but
yes, you can.
no, it's just like.
See, Baby Looney Tunes is the ultimate cartoon you could shit on. No one will care.
You remember that episode when they meet Elmer Fudd and like Elmer Fudd like threatened to hit them with a hammer?
What?
Baby Looney Tunes?
Yeah.
Was he on that show?
Yeah.
When? Was he a
Look
baby?
it up. Yeah.
Okay.
You know what the best Baby Looney Tunes content is? It's that one Looney Tunes short where like Elmer goes to the future and like he kills old bugs and they like reminisce on like when they were babies and they start like chasing each other around and then they stop in the middle of the chase and then Bugs like, babies must have afternoon nap. And they take a short nappy.
Yes, I agree.
That one's funny. Anyway, I hyped for. I'm sure this will be good. I'm sure it will have a slight animation difference, and so we'll call it CalArts.
Yeah.
Being CalArts.
All right.
Around the shape of their muzzle, and they're like, it's the bean face.
They're gonna search for like the Looney Tunes that's the closest. They're gonna get like the Porky Pig kid and like, look, bean face.
Look at the one behind him. Look at that hand. You like that?
Sorry. I'm like the only one who knows what you're referencing, I think.
The like Oni Plays voice guys who I shouldn't call them that because it's not actually the Oni Plays guys. It was just some like guys who were like talking about the new Looney Tunes cartoons, not new Looney Tunes, but Looney Tunes cartoons, the latest Looney Tunes cartoon.
The HBO
like,
Max one.
Looking at clips of them, the HBO Max one, and they're like complaining about it, and they sound like Oni Plays voices
because they sound like cartoons.
Yeah, they sound like if you've seen the video, you know what I'm talking about. It's like, oh, look at Bugs' and it's like, oh, look at the one behind her. Whatever, yeah. Next topic.
All right, I'm trying to remember some small things before we get to Pause of Fury because I want to let you guys go off on that because I will have nothing to say on it.
The Craig McCracken knows.
Oh, that's right. That's a big thing. I feel stupid forgetting. Yes. So I actually have opinions on this. Craig McCracken, and I want to clarify a few things. I think there's a bit of misinfo on one of the things here. Craig McCracken is making a new Powerpuff Girls project and Foster's Home project. I want to clarify on Foster's Home because I think a few people seem to think it's a reboot and like a revival. It's not. It's a show in the same universe as Foster's Home. that'll be aimed at preschoolers. It's for like their what's it called, like Cartoonia block for like babies. Cartoonito, yes, it'll be for that. But to my knowledge, the Powerpuff Girls one is like just a full-on revival of like the original one.
Rest in peace to Powerpuff Girls 2016.
I think it's so
still going?
No.
Okay, I wasn't sure.
No, it ended, I think, like, I want to say 2018, 19-ish.
It just petered out. Nobody even cared.
Yeah, nobody was even like making rant videos about it anymore.
Yeah. I think it's so interesting. Warner Bros. Seems so dedicated to like bringing the Powerpuff Girls brand back, right? Like they did that 2016 reboot, and they're working on that CW show, which is like had been in production hell for so long now. They had to like redo the pilot because it was so bad. Like they tried like really hard to like bring that brand alive, and I think it's interesting. It feels like they kind of like, all right, fuck it, we can't do it. We need Craig back. Clearly, none of us know what the fuck to do. That's what it kind of feels like. He wasn't. I don't think they even told him about the 2016 reboot, right? Like they asked him about. He's like, I didn't know this was happening.
Yeah. Which I mean, I guess I was enjoying like the things he was doing like without Cartoon Network for a bit. Like,
yeah. Go on. I'm gonna let you finish.
Well, I liked his Kid Cosmic. I watched all that. I've liked what I've seen of Wonder Over Yonder. I haven't watched all that show, but he seemed to be doing like well.
Yeah,
with his own original stuff.
I wanted to say I'm kind of two minds of this because I was also really enjoying his kind of original stuff. I feel like he really got to like blossom, pun intended, making his like original. Kid Cosmic I have some problems with like in the latter half, but I think that first season is so good. Like still, I think that first season is really good, and I consistently enjoyed To Wander Over Yonder. It was fun to see him like. He's do new things. He's a super creative dude, obviously. Like he's a dude who's been in the industry for so long. He knows what he's doing. Super talented. What are the old school Cartoon Network guys? And I was really enjoying like his new stuff. But I'm of two minds. I'm a little disappointed he's not doing new stuff still. But I also think he's probably had to watch his baby get mangled so badly over the past few years. And also, I think he's done enough original stuff now to justify doing like a thing like this, like to the point I'm like, all right, I think he's earned this.
And no one's gonna call him a sellout for like saving. He's like, come on, fine, I'll do it. I'll fix this.
Yeah.
Yeah, and who knows? Maybe I think I'm willing to bet that having some time away from it to do like other stuff for a bit, will probably I don't know. Maybe he'll have like a new kind of fresh. Sort of, I don't know, take on it now. Like, he'll really give it a second wind.
He was the one who ended it in the first place when it was still going. He was kind of like, all right, I think it's a good stopping point. Like, he wanted to end it while it was still good. Opinions on final seasons you might have of that show aside. He wanted to end it before it got too bad. I think it's a good way to put it. That's respectable. So he's waited a long time to like. Did he do? Was he on Dance Pants? That one show? Did he do that?
I don't know. I don't know who was on that, really.
Maybe. I feel like that was such a big debate when that came out. Do you remember that? Do you remember people were arguing about Dance Pants?
So mad because they thought it was a whole new show. They were like, it's gonna look like this.
Yeah. No one knew it was like this is like a short.
Yeah.
See, it was directed by David P. Smith. I don't see his name anywhere in the credits.
Okay, so I think the last thing you did on Powerpuff was Powerpuff Girls Rule, which is that short that happened like I think a few years after the original one.
Right.
That short ruined me, by the way. I can't hear the song "Everyone Wants to Rule the World" without thinking of Mojo Jojo singing it now. Everybody wants to rule the world.
So yeah, it is a situation where like if they're gonna make a new Powerpuff Girls show, which is just kind of they are gonna do that.
Yeah. It's way too big of a moneymaker for them not to make a new one. I think is part of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think due to the style. Oh, sorry. Talked over you.
No. It's okay. Talk over me all you want.
No, you're right. Oh, no, go on. I was just agreeing with you.
What do you think they're gonna do to the style? Do you think they're gonna do like kind of go back to like UPA, like 50s, 60s, like angular stuff? Or
I could see them. I think it's gonna have the same like basic designs. I don't think they're gonna get too radical with the design changes.
Yeah.
But I could see it like line style wise, maybe being a bit more like Kid Cosmic, like a bit more like kind of that like line art style. I could see them going for.
I definitely think the animation is probably going to be in that sort of style. Like he seems to really like sort of like what does he use? Toon Boom, sort of like rigged.
I think so. Yeah.
Look.
He works with those rigs really damn well compared to like a lot of other cartoons, I think.
Yeah, it looks really solid. So I imagine it probably use that, which I think fits that style pretty well. So, you know.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be an in between of like original and like Kid Cosmic kind of look. I think is probably what we're gonna end up seeing.
Mm-hmm.
Be nice.
Yeah.
That would be really cool.
Yeah.
Because I think I think people won't mind a style. There's gonna be debate over it no matter what, but I think it'll be lessened if it's like a good style change. Just like
Right.
thing.
Yeah.
And I think Kid Cosmic's art style was pretty. I think people universally liked it pretty well.
I wonder. I imagine they'll probably bring back as many voices as they can.
Oh yeah,
that was a big criticism of the 2016 one, where they recasted everyone.
That was so weird because apparently they didn't even like get the voice. Because it'd be one thing like if they got like the voice actors like the original ones like consult the new ones. That'd be like one thing, but apparently they didn't even like ask about it, which was kind of upsetting.
Yeah, I guess maybe they were just thinking like it was gonna be like it was gonna last as long as the original show.
Mm-hmm.
So they wanted like a brand new, fresh set of actors to like bring new life into this new generation. They're probably just gonna call Tara Strong up again.
Yeah.
No, I'd be shocked if it wasn't the original ones.
Yeah. But we'll see.
Yeah,
I think Voice of the Professor's gonna have to be new because Tom Kane like retired.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he had like a stroke or something.
Oh God, no, that sucks.
Yeah, so that's gonna be a big deal, I think. Because he's voiced him, and even he was one of the actors they didn't replace.
Yeah, him and Tom Kenny came back for the reboot.
Yeah, so I just wonder, I'm interested to see what they do on that, whoever they get.
Do you remember when that reboot was going on? Was the same time Ace was in the Gorillas?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah.
That was nuts. I remember just checking that music video came out, and I'm like a pretty casual Gorillaz fan, so I like was watching it, and then like he showed up, and I thought they like just redesigned Murdoch at first because he's green too, right? So I'm like, okay, I guess they gave Murdoch a new look at this one, and then I learned like a few minutes later, oh no, that's Ace from the fucking Powerpuff Girls in this music video.
Yeah.
And he was there because like, I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Ace was not Ace. Murdoch was like trapped in the sewers or like in hell or something.
He was in jail, I think.
Prison.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I couldn't remember. There was like a Facebook Messenger like choose your own adventure game you could do where he would like text you and be like, "I'm in the sewers, you gotta help me."
It's interesting how that happened because apparently they just asked Warner Bros about it and they're like, "Yeah, sure, you can do it."
Whatever. We don't need this guy.
I imagine they got approval because I know like Jamie Hewlett and Craig are like friends, and they like drawn stuff for each other before, like on their projects.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like if any cartoon was gonna be in Gorillas, that makes sense that it's someone from Powerpuff Girls.
Yeah, I hope we get to see a gorilla. More gorilla cameos.
They were in the movie. They made a cameo in the movie.
Yeah. Oh.
Which is a Kino movie. I won't take it any other way.
I want Murdoch to join the Gangrene Gang.
that'd be funny.
Just trade.
Honestly, this is good like an HBO Max or something. Like they could probably just get away with that. Like, yeah, we could put the guy from the Gorillas in this.
Yeah.
I considering half the stuff OKKO did with crossovers, they could probably just ask about the Gorillas and they're like, yeah, you can do that.
Yeah, true. It probably works better like that way around. More easily.
Do you have any thoughts on the Foster's Home baby reboot? I said reboot,
cute.
like show. I mean,
it's very cute.
Yeah,
it's a very good idea. I think it's really is the perfect fit for that block and idea.
Do you think they'll have a Bendy episode for babies?
Where Bendy learns how to share or something.
If they were to have like a Bendy episode, they probably would like execute it on the spot, but they can't since it's on the baby blog. Maybe they'll make an HBO short where they kill Bendy.
I love the story that Lauren Foster self hates that episode.
My God.
They do it in the exact same style, but they like hide it behind like a menu so the kids don't just stumble upon it.
Yeah, I mean, when I first heard that they were doing like a Foster's thing, I think I was kind of like more into the idea that it would just be like its own separate like just like thing for babies that doesn't try to be like the exact same like show as before.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, because I mean, I'm not gonna like I don't watch baby shows. I'm not a baby, you know.
Are you not?
Why are you defending yourself?
Are you not? Say curse word.
What?
Say curse word.
Yeah, prove you're not a baby. You say a curse word.
Damn. There you go.
Baby.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I sort of like the idea of like things that are like sort of in the same like style or universe as something else, but it's not the same show.
Oh, you mean like
kind of neat.
you mean like you mean like I Love Murphy's Law?
Oh,
how's that bingo chart looking, everybody?
Oh my God. Yeah.
No, I think this is a good thing to do for like if you have to bring Foster's back. This is a pretty good way to do it because I feel like I didn't need more Fosters. I don't mean that it's like an insult, like, but I feel like it's a show like I got enough of what I needed out of Fosters. I feel like if you're gonna do more, doing like kind of like this is a good way to do it.
Yeah.
Add more lore to the universe. Like you said, it wasn't going to be like a direct reboot. Like it'll be. Do you think it will even have the same characters? Like Blue's not going to be there, right?
Probably not.
He can't be there because he'll be like a bad influence on the kids.
Yeah.
And they don't really want to be killing off imaginary friends on the spot. So
I bet Frankie will probably be there because Greg Griffin is in like every Craig McCracken show, I think.
now, you think she's gonna be the same, or are they gonna make her like different?
I think she'll probably be the same. I don't know, maybe be a bit older. I don't know. I think she'd probably, if anything, she'd probably have like the nanny role. They always have like a nanny character in like these baby shows.
I think it'll be new characters mostly, and then like sporadic appearances from like the old cast randomly throughout. Like they'll be like, "Oh, Wilt's in this scene. There he is.
There's the pink squirrel.
Oh, there's the green guy from the poster."
Yeah, exactly.
Yo, it's Chain Chomp.
Oh, is that? Could it be? Guys, it's Bloopy Pants.
It's Bloopy Pants, you know, the guy who bloops his pants.
I think they should put Cheese in the show, and have him do all his catchphrases, specifically to like influence children to scream around their parents.
Oh, it's gonna happen again. It's the second coming of Cheese.
Yeah, I think he needs to be the one who comes back. I think he needs to influence the children.
He'll become the mascot of Cartoon Network again, next to Fred Burger.
I love the fact that Fred Burger was like a mascot because he was like didn't show up to like the last season of that show.
Yeah, and then he died.
He did.
Did he?
He's canonically dead. I forget. Like, they asked one of the writers, and they're like, "Oh yeah, no, he died of old age."
That's such a peaceful death.
That's my favorite joke to do. Like a character who hasn't appeared in a while, just say they died of old age off screen.
Like Toadsworth.
Yeah, they should do that with Toadsworth. Clarence's grandma.
Yeah,
she died.
I love that joke. Like, so they have someone they're going on the plane, and like Toad's like, "Yeah, my grandma died." He says it so casually.
And Sword Shark from Adventure Time appeared in one season, one episode, and then later on they said he died of old age.
I love that Clarence episode. I think it's hysterical. He's like playing like the moving floor thing, and he's like, "Yeah, we're going to my grandma's funeral."
Yeah, that's great. I like that.
God. But I'm just still aghast that like Perfect Burger's dead, but he died of old age and nothing else. That guy has the most peaceful death in that show ever.
That's true. I think he got pretty lucky.
Everything. Yeah.
They didn't kill him off
unhealthy
like
life.
unceremoniously. They kill him off lovingly.
You know, no, actually, I'm gonna stick with like how like that show works in terms of like episodes. I think he's dead right now. But when they reboot that show, he'll be fine the next episode.
Like, Brett, we thought you died at old age. Like,
No, they can't acknowledge it. Like, it didn't seem like how that show worked. Like, something horrible happened to the characters at the end. They'd be fine the next episode. That's what happened.
No, I think that'd be funny.
He died after the show ended, and they make a deal of it in the first episode, and then he's back in the second episode with like no mention of it.
No, I want him to like actually die, and then his son takes his place, and they just like, and then we have to sit with the knowledge that like he had a son.
Then he. Okay, here's what needs to happen with that. He needs to like just be called Fred Burger, right? Like he's just gonna become Fred Burger, like the same character, like how Fat Tony died, and then Fit Tony became Fat Tony, and the same character and treated like the same character.
Yeah.
Oh god.
It needs to happen to Fred Burger.
It's a never-ending cycle. Turns out there's been like a million Fred Burgers since like.
He's just been laying eggs. He's just
like
been
a
laying these
dog.
eggs.
He just dies every 10 years, and like they get a new one.
Goodbye, my friends. Yes.
He's like a dog. He's like no, not a dog. They don't lay eggs. No, he's just like he just lays these eggs, and they kind of hatch after he dies.
I like this idea from chat. Cheese has a son in the Foster's reboot. Then Fred Burger Jr. and Cheese Jr. reprise their father's role as mascots.
Yes.
The
so
Cartoonito mascot.
Yeah, so not only are we bringing those characters back from like the 2000s, we're also continuing the baby trend going on right now.
Oh
Yes.
Oh my god.
Baby cheese.
Stop.
Baby cheese.
What would he select instead of cereal? I like vaping. That's what kids like, right?
I like
What?
milk.
Vaping.
Vaping?
Yeah, baby cheese. Like I like vaping.
No.
Yeah, I think they're gonna have. I think they're
Ryan,
gonna
are
have
you
the
nuts?
mascot of their preschool channel say that he likes
Yeah.
vaping.
I love
Ryan,
V-Bucks.
I love nicotine.
Ryan, that's not what they like. They like asbestos.
Oh, okay. I like stealing mom's credit card for Fortnite.
He loves what's it called? The Huggy, the
Huggy Wuggy?
Poppy's
Yeah,
playtime.
that thing, yeah.
I love Mr. Cuddle becoming uncanny.
Cartoonito needs to have. They need to do. Oh, I'm just realizing they did that. Remember when they did? Does anyone remember? There was like Cartoon Network, like Latin America, had like Mordecai like Let's Play videos.
Oh,
Did anybody know about that?
The American one did that for like Steven Universe with like Pearl and Amethyst at some point. I know that, but I know what you're talking about, like with the Latin one.
Was
They
he like
need
a VTuber in the corner?
I think so.
Oh my
It might have been just been his voice. They need to have. I think they should do that with the Cartoonito like characters. We need to have like Baby Cheese and like Baby Builder Lola.
Okay.
And they play like Poppy Playtime between like ad breaks.
Really funny.
Yeah, I think that would really bring kids. That would bring a whole new generation of kids to love cartoons.
Okay, I think I found what you're talking about. Mordecai and Rigby are playing Baldi's Basic in this video I just found.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, it's
Fuck
that
guy.
recent?
Okay, there's no like on-screen visual of them. It's just their Latin voice actors. I'm gonna link it in Twitch chat, but it's real.
Oh my god, I really like that.
Put in the Discord too. Yes, this is real. Mordecai and Rigby Latin.
Oh my god.
Look at this thumbnail.
We need to be doing this in
Oh
America.
my god.
We need
Yeah,
to be
I think they're missing out on not doing this kind of stuff in America. Can you imagine people would love it if you did like Craig of the Creek playing like Poppy's Playtime?
Yeah, or John Bentley as Space Jam's LeBron, like playing multiverses.
He's playing it as himself and goes, "Look at me move."
Yeah,
Oh, I need to put this thumbnail on screen real quick.
you need to put everything here on screen right now. We need this Benson Baldy basic character on screen too.
A 4-year-old. Okay, but yeah, get back on Rerail real quick to wrap up. I'm interested to see what Craig's gonna do, and Craig and the team are gonna do with these new shows. I'm hoping for the best. I I feel like he hasn't like disappointed me yet. Like maybe I don't super love every single last thing he's done, but he hasn't disappointed me yet. So I'm excited to see what he does.
I think he's still got it. So
yeah.
Who?
Yeah.
Craig.
Oh yeah.
Well, what else? What do we want to talk about else? What else?
They're doing a SpongeBob crossover. Excited about that.
Crossover with what?
Oh, just like they're just gonna have like a special with the different SpongeBob shows.
Oh
It's
God!
gonna be like an anthology thing, I think. I don't know exactly what it is.
Yeah, it's like a Twilight Zone
right
thing with like the French narrator as like as kind of like the center of it.
Oh, that's fun. That's actually really cute.
I actually do like. That's one thing I like how they've sort of given the French narrator like his own like design now. Like it's shown up in like a lot of more recent episodes. He's like a guy in a diver suit with a little Jacques Cousteau red beanie on.
Oh, you know what we need to talk about before we move on to like the big two things? I got one more thing.
What?
They canceled Close Enough.
Oh yeah.
Well, I guess it wasn't close enough.
Yeah, J.G. Quintel, creator of Regular Show, creator of Mordecai and Rigby, Latin America, YouTubers, Poppy's Playtime, Let's Play. His new show on HBO Max, which has an incredibly interesting development history, because he got caught in the middle of like streaming and live TV, and went missing for like years. It got canceled.
Yeah.
So sad. Wasn't it in development for longer than it was actually like airing?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I want to say, when did Regular Show end again? That was 2016.
He's like 16 or 17.
Yes.
Yeah.
When it ended, like I think very shortly after, like the trailer for Close Enough was like uploaded, and then it went missing until HBO Max launched in like 2019. Hold on, when did that launch?
It's like 2020, I think. I think it was
2020.
After
yes.
Disney Plus.
This show went missing for about 3 years, basically. It came into existence. It was supposed to be, what was it supposed to be, like FedEx? Not what I call it, FedEx. FX. It was supposed to be on FX, right? And then what's his name? Who was a sex pest? It was supposed to air alongside his show.
Oh, it was on TBS, I think.
TBS,
There was like a Louis C.K. show that was like the face of this whole programming block.
And they were supposed to be kind of a duo like thing, like airing at the same time. And then he fucked up bad, and they canceled his show.
Yeah.
And then Close Enough got put into the void for like another year, and then it finally came to life on HBO Max.
Yeah. And I don't know how long, like, so it was 3 seasons, but I don't know if it was like, was it a thing where it was like getting renewed, or was that just all they were like asked
I think it got renewed at least once for sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I guess that's a bit of it. You know, I enjoyed that show well enough. It I like how it's sort of it's sort of like a sequel sort of thing to Regular Show, not in like the same universe, but sort of in the same cadence of like being like sort of about like J.J. Quintel's like life, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
But just like exaggerated and fictionalized.
I feel like that show in my mind, I feel like it should have done better, right? Like I feel like that show should have been more popular than it was, because I didn't watch a ton of it. But I feel like Regular Show right now is kind of its like nostalgia phase, right? Like you see like on your timeline, you're like, this was my childhood, man. It was clean, dude.
I see what you mean. Like it's very big and like I think it serves as Regular Show serves very well for like internet humor and like memes and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like there was a lot of stuff like that in Close Enough. I don't know, maybe like not enough people had an HBO Max.
I think they just didn't advertise it well at all.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of. Go ahead, sorry.
No, you go. Yeah.
I feel like a lot of people just thought it was just like kind of a regular, like more slice of life show. Like, oh, it's just just these guys raising their kid, this family. But I've gotten clips where it's like, oh, this guy didn't realize he married like a Roman goddess or things like that. Like, It seems to get a lot weirder than people think, kind of in the same way as Regular Show, but they just never advertised it that way.
Yeah.
So everyone thought it was just like like Bluey, like just like family like raising a kid with like adult jokes and stuff. But then they were like, oh no, like they never actually were like, oh by the way, there's like aliens and stuff. So.
Yeah. I didn't see clips of the show on my timeline until like the last season. Like I started finally around that last season. I saw people start like posting about it like on my timeline. It was just probably too late by then.
Yeah, it's a shame. I feel like a lot of people who like if you're someone who enjoyed regular show, I think it's just more of that without a lot of the stuff that people don't really like about regular show.
There's no Margaret subplot.
No,
you don't have to watch Mordecai cry for like 5 episodes.
I think it is a lot better at its like character relationship stuff.
Margaret,
Margaret. I was just talking to CJ. I swear, Margaret.
I didn't mean it. She was just my friend, Margaret.
Muscleman, can I date your wife, Muscleman?
Only they got to that subplot.
Dude, Rigby, you're embarrassing me in front of my book club friends.
Maybe it just didn't have enough brand recognition. Maybe they just assumed people would see the art style was the same and just click on it.
That's what Disney did for Milo Murphy, so I mean, I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
I think a lot of the time when a creator makes another show and it looks similar to their previous one, people, the like network executives like, all right, it's like kind of the same thing as the last one. They're all just gonna click on it anyway. It's fine.
Yeah, we don't need to like really sell it to anyone. They're gonna be watching it.
I think I've told this story before. Post Milo Murphy's Law, they received a letter from Disney apologizing for how they advertised the show.
JG, check your email.
Like Disney straight admitted, like, yeah, we fucked up advertising the show bad. We're sorry.
Yeah.
I didn't find it. It was on a podcast he was talking about. Like, he received a letter from Disney saying, like, basically, yeah, we screwed up so bad with your show. I'm sorry.
I think JG Quintel deserves that.
He probably does.
The show feels like it could have been like a tentpole like adult animated comedy of their streaming service. Like this could have been a rival to, I don't know, stuff like, I don't know, Family Guy or whatever.
You know what? Actually, the show was doomed from the start because it was an adult comedy that's good, so people can't realize it exists. They have to keep pretending they don't actually exist.
11 minutes? That's a baby cartoon length.
Oh, you know, speaking of adult cartoons nobody watches but me, I need to advertise the show because I think I'm the only one who watches it right now, I feel like sometimes. The newest season of Two Gun Birdie came out.
Oh, yeah.
On HBO Max, and I have not seen anyone but me and Lou talk about it, and I've not seen, like, any advertising for it. I'm a little worried this will probably end up being the last one, which I wouldn't mind because it'd be 3 good seasons of a TV show, which is pretty damn solid. But, Two Gun Birdie is my favorite cartoon airing right now. I love it a lot. I think it's really good. I think it has what I like a lot, which is kind of like really good blend of like fun, quirky dialogue, and it's kind of like Adventure Time fan watching their second show. It's kind of like an Adventure Time where like they kind of all talk funny and quirky and silly, but like it has a lot of really good like artistic, earnest like writing and moments in it. It's a good way to put it.
Really colorful. Yeah. I need to watch more of it. Did you see the giant Tuca and Birdie barge that they have at Comic-Con right now?
Oh, okay. I'm glad to know they're advertising. I'm glad to know they're advertising it then. Actually,
it's a barge.
I didn't see that. I live in San Diego.
Oh my god, that rules.
Now we know where to hunt you, gal.
Shoot, I shouldn't have said that. Cut that out. Cut that out. I don't live here.
No, did you know that Misi were gonna do a crossover?
I just want to like go back real quick to something we were talking about. Just because this is here, we didn't really acknowledge this. 80, where did you get this picture of the French narrator, like LGBT icon?
I Google image searched SpongeBob narrator, and that was like really close to the top.
I think they're right. Is the thing. Whoever made this image.
There are multiple ones. There's another one.
I'm glad to know, to be frank, that people are making those. No, but if you liked BoJack Horseman, which I know most people watched, I wouldn't say this is more of it, but it's another good adult cartoon for that kind of general crew. I'd say it's very different in tone, and it covers a lot of different like. It's very much about like women. That's kind of downplayed it, but it's a very smart take on a lot of problems I think women face in like adulthood. It tackles like them in very artistic and I think interesting ways. There's an episode in season 2 I like that is just like Tuca at night walking around. That one's on YouTube right now. which is maybe one of my favorite cartoon episodes ever. I think. I really love that one. Yeah, I like the show a lot, and I hope more people watch it before it's too late. That's probably the best way to put it.
We're already on our like second life right here. You better not screw it up again.
Yeah, because Netflix dropped the show. I think they're everything. Yeah. Also picking this up was a miracle to me. Netflix dropped the fucking ball on this so hard.
Yeah, I really like how they've been airing it too. Like they're putting it on HBO Max like a day after. I think that's pretty smart. This is a very modern, I guess, mindset of releasing stuff. So, you know, if you have HBO Max, if you have Adult Swim, if you have any way to watch the show, you know, we recommend it. If you've never seen it,
I highly recommend it. It's my favorite like cartoon airing right now.
Yeah,
I like it even more than Hamster and Gretel, which isn't out yet.
And that's saying a lot.
Saying a lot, because that's gonna be my favorite cartoon.
Oh yeah, come August 12th. I guess another very small thing. I don't know if we'll have much to say about this, but Sonic 3 is in development. That's just news.
I hope Rouge the Bat is in it. Yeah. That's all I gotta say.
I think we've talked a lot about sort of things we want to see out of that.
I hope like they introduce Rouge the Bat and she has like a Jessica Rabbit and Roger and Jessica Rabbit kind of relationship with another woman.
I said this before about this movie. They need to put Rouge the Bat in this and give her like a woman partner character, and they need to have this be Sonic's Shape of Water moment, right? With like a human person and like a creature falling in love. I think that would change the world.
Yes. Yeah. I don't have any objections. Yeah. I feel like Amy Rose is probably going to be in this because like, how do you pass that up?
Do you think Mario will be in it from the Mario movie? And he'll come out the portal at the end? And be like,
he'll come out the portal at the end and say, can I tell you about the Smash Brothers initiative? Oh my gosh. And then we'll have a crossover movie with the Mario movie, the Sonic movie, Detective Pikachu, and we could even have a crossover with the upcoming Legend of Zelda movie from Nintendo Pictures, and we'll have a Smash Brothers movie, and it'll be so awesome. And we could even have the Uncharted movie in the Smash Brothers movie.
What is this new voice you're doing right here?
I'm just so excited for the Smash Brothers movie, dude. Oh, that'd be so cool. I want to see that.
Oh, is this a new guy?
Yeah, they're talking. Podcast? Yeah, they're talking on their like Game Explained podcast. They're talking about like,
oh, dude, what if we get a crossover with the Mario movie and the Sonic movie? Maybe throw in Detective Pikachu. Oh, that'd be so cool. I would love that. You know, I would actually watch that movie. I would watch that movie. Says the guy who's absolutely not going to pay $20 to see a Smash Brothers movie. No, that's not a good idea.
Oh, and then Ratchet and Clank can open their portal from their movie and show up.
Oh my god!
And then Mordecai comes out and he's like, "Oh, Margaret,
Margaret!" And then Captain Cork from the Ratchet and Clank movie, who's also coming out the portal, goes, "What's this guy's deal?"
Oh, and then another character that we like to talk about comes in, and then we do their voice, and then they say the same line.
Oh, yeah. And then SpongeBob comes and goes, "Mr. Krabs."
And then Grandpat comes in from the Patrick Star portal, and
then comes out and like, and then Dr. Doof comes out like, "That's you, the weekender."
Doof comes out of the Hamster and Gretel portal.
It is the Hamster and Gretel portal specifically, but Doof's the one that comes out of it.
Yes.
And then movie Sonic looks at what's going around and goes, "Well, that happened."
Nathan, where are you?
What?
And
that's what he says in the Nathaniel Bandy movie.
And then the gamer kid comes in and says, "Did somebody say clean?"
Oh god!
I like the idea these portals have logos over them, like in the OKKO episode.
Yeah.
And then there's like a vet portal, and then Meppel comes out.
Hey, you know, as we're talking, by the way, I forgot Comic-Con is happening right now. They showed the first look at the Avatar movie they're doing where they're adults.
What?
The Last Airbender?
Yeah.
They're adults and they're live action?
No, they're cartoon. I'm sorry to spoil you, Seep. They're cartoon.
Oh man, they're cartoon. What? Oh man.
What?
Okay.
I don't have really anything to say about this besides we knew this was happening, so it's cool to see a look at it.
Yeah. I mean, it looks like what you'd think it'd look like.
It is funny. They sat on Avatar for a bit where they said, "Oh, we can make this to a brand thing again," right?
Yeah, I guess it was just the Netflix thing where they put it on Netflix and it.
It got
They
huge.
realized, like, people watch the show.
Because they infamously treated Korra really bad when it was airing, right? Like they didn't
They
advertise
put it on Nick.com.
They did, yeah. So it's interesting to see all these years later. Now it's like a huge brand thing for them, and like they wouldn't dare make like a Nickelodeon crossover game without Korra and Aang in it now.
Yeah.
Like SpongeBob, Korra, and Aang are like the guarantees for like Nicktoons crossover events now, which is funny to think about.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Did we talk about the kart racer?
We did last time, yeah, the one that got leaked. I think the only thing that's changed was the box art leaked. They haven't dropped a trailer for it. I think the only notable thing to really talk about is one, Garfield's gonna be in it, which I'm glad Garfield's he's usurped Lincoln Loud as like the fourth main Nicktoon at this point. They're done with the Loud House now. Now it's SpongeBob, Garfield, TMNT, and Avatar. They killed Lincoln Loud off. And the other thing,
God. I mean, they bought him. He's not even originally from Nickelodeon.
They bought Garfield, so they had an excuse to kill Lincoln off.
Yeah.
The other notable thing I think is kind of interesting is that Jenny is on the box art, and she's the only character on this box art that's not from like a currently like ongoing IP, right? Like, it's not getting new things consistently, which is interesting because I feel like they kind of held off on like My Life as a Teenage Robot as like a nostalgia IP. Like they didn't really put it like on their branding per se for a long time.
Right.
I mean, I like that show, so I'm glad that it's entered the realm of things that could be nostalgic at this point.
The trans community has put in the work to see this through.
I think funny enough, I think Nick All-Star Brawl probably helped make them go like, oh, people like Jenny, because she was like the top request for that game.
Yeah. Okay.
Do you two want to talk about the movie you saw?
But which two of us?
You and our guest.
80?
Yeah, 80.
Good old Paws of Fury, The Legend of Hank.
We, 80, you and I, we both watched Paws of Fury, The Legend of Hank?
Can you believe it? I went on Monday night for my local cinema's half-price ticket day, so I didn't have to spend more than $10 on it to see The Legend of Hank.
Real quick before I let you two go off, I'm glad Niall changed the narrative to 2K Mona Lisa when I promised I would see this movie at 2K during the charity stream and everyone forgot about it. Thank you, Niall. Anyway, go on.
Yeah, I'm glad you just posted like your ticket stub when you went to go see it, because I admittedly before that I don't think really like Ryan and Rosa or me were really like necessarily planning on seeing it.
No,
because
see it.
Yeah, I mean, give it 2 weeks and this is gonna be like ripped in HD online. So, but you know, you posted that and I knew at that moment I could not let our guest be alone there, and like sort of upstage me in a way, like that. How embarrassing would that be if I didn't see Legend of Hank, but our guest did? Luckily for me, Tuesday is the cheap movie day, so I went to a 30% off matinee showing.
Yeah.
So I spent $5 to see this movie. And yeah, I guess before we get into that, we sort of teased at this at the beginning of the show. I think we can finally talk about.
Oh yeah, I jumped the gun.
I did not. So yeah, there was a short that played before this movie, Legend of Fury, Paws of Hank, Legend of Hank, Paws of whatever, Blazing Samurai, whatever it's called.
A movie that's been in development for 8 years. That's not even a joke.
Oh yeah. It was supposed to come out. This movie was supposed to come out in like 2017, I think. And it just kept getting pushed back. Had so many development issues. But anyway, they played a short.
I'm gonna give a quick recap of what happened, because I think what happened is kind of interesting. This movie was supposed to be like how do I describe? It was an open source movie. Yeah, crowdsourced movie.
Not crowdfunded, crowdsourced.
Where you would send scenes in to like tell the movie, like they would give you the assets that you need to make it or whatever, and we the people would animate this movie together as a community. Honestly, kind of a beautiful like prospect, right? Like we as the people of the world could come together to make Paws of Fury happen. It didn't work.
Yeah.
Hey, it was all spec work.
And it was kind of just generally assumed for a long time that, like, yeah, this movie's not coming out. It's over. Like, there's no way this shit's coming out. And then here we all are, right before Sonic the Hedgehog 2, and the trailer just came out of nowhere.
Yeah. So I think what I've heard is that they like restarted development almost like completely at some point. So I don't think the final movie is built off of unpaid crowdsourcing. I hope it isn't, at least, but I don't know for sure. But yeah, it's finally here. It's 85 minutes, not including credits. And but yeah, what I think before we really get into the meat of the story, 80, you and I, we should talk about the Big Nate short that played before this movie that I had no idea even existed before I was sitting in that seat.
My only exposure to Big Nate before this was the Poptropica Island and that like clip from the modern there's like a show now and there's like a gay character, I think. And
yeah.
I saw that clip and I was like, that's cute. And so when I saw the Big Nate like logo pop up, I was like, oh, I heard this is like genuinely good. And then that happened.
Yeah. Big Nate, the show, is very weird. We talked a little bit about like YouTube recommendation stuff. Like when this show first came out, there was just like an onslaught of like 12-year-olds posting clips from this show, just really strange clips from this show. Like there's a lot of, I don't know how to really describe it. I guess it's like there's a lot of like strange sort of gross out humor in the show, which I haven't really read the comic, but I don't really know if that's like accurate to the comic at all.
Can I be honest about Big Nate? The only Big Nate comic I've ever seen is the 9/11 one.
Yeah. that one's pretty good. I mean, that sets a high bar. So when this show was coming out, I was kind of looking. I was keeping my eyes.
I was hoping for more 9/11 humor in the Big Nate Nickelodeon cartoon, personally.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't seen it. Maybe there is a little bit of that, but yeah, if you want to look it up, just look up Big Nate 9/11 comic. It's actually like it's really funny.
I'll put it on screen. People are gonna ask about it. Keep going while you talk.
People are gonna like read it while I'm talking. Nah, it's fine. You can put it up.
I'll put the last panel of it on.
Yeah. Well, that's like the punchline. Come on. Don't.
Okay, fine. Keep going.
Just look up Big Nate 9/11 comic. And yeah, so the Big Nate short they showed is called Bad Hamster. Which I think is a fitting title.
Pretty bad.
It's pretty. I mean, I don't. I described it when I described to our like group chat we have here as what did I call it? I called it like
the Angela Anaconda divorce short.
Yes.
Yeah, I called it an Angela Anaconda divorce short. And so because I don't know what to say. It's like really strange and like gross. It's about they like pass out and they have a dream that a giant Kevin Michael Richardson hamster starts farting out babies in their living room.
It's like supposed to be a Tribbles thing, I think, but he's just just balls of like fur and then they like unfurl. There's like a wet noise. And it keeps happening, and that's it.
The whole room fills up. It's like, oh, the hamster keeps giving birth. Oh no, there's so babies. And like, I also want to say, like, I want to make sure it's clear, just so you have the best mental image in your head. When I called it an Angela Anaconda divorce short, it like literally like the art style. It does the similar like sort of collage, like photograph cutout style of animation. Yeah. with like the hamsters. So it looks really strange, and I was just sitting there, just sort, I guess, just imagining, just some like poor like grandparent who went to the theater to watch a cartoon talking animal movie, and they got this strange like 10-minute.
It's 10 minutes.
It's I don't know. It's like at least 8, 7,
this
or
is
8
the
minutes.
it's like the Olaf wonderful short before the
Yeah.
Coco. Oh my god.
There is a song. Sorry, spoiler.
Yeah. Oh yeah. There's a whole song where Kevin Michael Richardson in his funny Mr. Gus voice sings like a song about like don't put me in your pocket. I guess because the plot is like one of the kids puts his hamster in his pocket, and that makes them have a weird dream. I don't know like the point in describing this. It's very strange. When this drops, when they put this up on like the Paramount Plus YouTube, I want everyone to see it. You'll understand. This is like someone's getting divorced over this. This is going to cause some family squabble.
Would you describe like, is there any sort of animation bump in like this short at all, or is it like the same as the TV?
It looks identical to the show. Like
Yeah.
It looks like they're doing a sort of like I admire people who do what's it called, like CG on a television budget, because I know it's hard and you gotta cut corners to like finish the episode. So they have these kind of funky flat textures that don't look like they've been fully like bump mapped.
Yeah.
And it, like, you would think, oh, if you're gonna make a short, maybe they're gonna be able to like upgrade it and have the light hit them better. It looks identical to the TV animation. Like, for fur texture on the hamster, it just has like lines drawn all over it.
So, how much do you want to bet this was just a TV episode they put in the movie theater? Like
almost certainly.
Like they just pulled it from the schedule. Like, yeah, we can just put this one in the theater. Why not?
Yeah, I actually think that's exactly what happened.
Okay.
Yeah, it's on a similar wavelength to how like they'll release cartoons as like Paramount Plus exclusives when it was clearly probably just made for Nickelodeon.
It's not like
I think
the
that's kind of
Dexter's Lab chicken pox short with beautiful, stunning animation for the grossest thing in the world.
God.
Yeah, exactly. It's just like that. So yeah, I mean, well, do you have anything else to say about it, 80?
Really?
Yeah.
They did like kind of transphobic joke in it. Like,
I guess, yeah.
I don't know. It just was like, what's going on? Why? Oh god, the whole thing was just very like. I feel like I had to close my eyes.
Big Nate transphobia is a scary sentence of words.
It wasn't that. It wasn't like drastic. It was just like really? Okay, you're gonna make that joke.
Yeah, it was just sort of like, you know, cartoons will occasionally have like a joke that's kind of like, if you're trans, it kind of hits weird. You know?
Yeah.
On that sort of level, where it's like trying to be like, I guess, weird or gross or whatever. I don't know. Yeah, very low. We've talked way too much about this. I guess I just wanted to warn people about this.
There's a hamster birth short.
Yeah, there's a big hamster birth short, and it's frankly just filthy. I just want to put that out there for any.
You're warning warning anyone who might bring their parents to this.
Yeah, exactly. Just be aware. If you have maybe like a faint of heart great aunt or something, maybe just like show up to the movie 10 minutes late. And you'll be good.
You'll be fine. You won't miss anything because there's about 2 minutes of logos at the beginning.
Oh my god, yeah. I guess moving on to the movie. We talked about how this movie sort of had a troubled development. And so this movie, when it starts, you know, every movie has like the production logos at the beginning, right? It's like standard fare. This I wanted to count when I watched this movie, because I noticed in all the trailers they had like a long list of production studios. I counted the amount of logo animations they had before this movie. There was legitimately 8 in a row, which I didn't cross-check this. I feel like that's probably more than what the Family Guy bit, like making fun of like production logos did. I think it actually lasts as long as that joke. Yeah, because that's what it felt like. I just started like, after like 3 or 4 of them, I just started laughing. because it seriously just keeps going on. There's 8 of them.
Were you like in the theater on your own?
There's like 5 other like people. There was like one old guy by himself there, which I don't know what he was getting out of it.
He's a massive Mel Brooks fan. He's like, I need to see it.
I guess so.
Yeah, should we be careful about spoilers?
Okay, hold on. I want to ask everyone in chat. I want 0 irony from this. You can't be silly. No quirky, silly irony answer. Do you care about Legend of Hank spoilers? Are you gonna make me put Legend of Hank spoilers in text on screen?
Yeah. Is anyone planning on not getting spoiled about the plot to an animated children's movie that is also directly based on a movie that came out like 40 years ago?
All right, so I know Niall's lying. Overwhelmingly, the answer is no. Okay.
All right,
and
so
it's funny to put the text on screen. Fine, you got me with that. It's
Jimbo, I thought was really bold of them to kill him off, in the way they did. It's a really sad scene. I think this is Samuel L. Jackson at his best, which I was not expecting, genuinely. But he really delivered a heartfelt performance in those moments. No, I'm kidding, of course. So this movie, for anyone who doesn't know, I guess it's like a loose adaptation of...
Is this good enough?
Oh my god. Yeah, that's readable and...
Well, I'm gonna put a black outline around it.
Right.
All right, there we go.
Perfect. So I think talking about the shortness already ruined the true blind Paws of Fury experience. You know what, you're right.
Yeah, you've already ruined it.
That's an intrinsic part. So this is like an adaptation of the Mel Brooks comedy Blazing Saddles. So like Mel Brooks and like Richard Pryor and everyone else who wrote that movie, they have screenplay credits on this. Which is very bizarre. It's a very bizarre thing to base a children's movie off of, but it definitely has the framework. Yeah. I was sort of surprised. They do like, I haven't seen the whole like Blazing Saddles movie, but they do rip. There was one joke that I'm like surprised they pretty much lifted wholesale, where they replaced the N-word with dog. Pretty much.
Yes, repeatedly.
What?
Yeah.
Repeatedly.
This is such a great movie to make into a thing for 2-year-olds.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, the joke is, like, fine. Like, you wouldn't think anything of it. But if you know what the original joke is, watching it play out just gives it a whole other layer. Especially because it's, like, a little likable, marketable child character who does it.
Oh my god.
Is it the cat that, like, is the... Spoilers. Is the hero?
I think so.
Yeah.
The little, like, girl
God.
hero. Child surrogate.
You mean hold on, you mean it's not even Hank's legend anymore?
No.
No.
Like, it's not even the legend of Hank?
No, it's the legend of little girl. I don't even know what her name is.
Cat.
Legend
I
of
believe
Cat.
it. They took out Michael Cera.
They had to do it.
I would too.
You know, he like passes the torch. It's for all the little girls in the audience to say, like, I can be Hank. I can be better than Hank.
I think the bar is low.
But yeah, that was one joke that I was like surprised. So, I haven't seen the whole Blazing Saddles movie. There's probably other jokes that they lift from that. Mel Brooks has a speaking role in this.
He says there's no business like Shogun business twice. And apparently that was like when they announced the movie back in like 2011 or whatever. He said that as well. So they were so proud.
He was holding on to that one.
That's a Garfield show joke.
Oh, man.
I feel like it's also like a reference to like, what was it, Spaceballs?
Oh, what was the joke in Spaceballs?
There was like, there's money in merchandising or something like that.
Uh-huh. There is a lot of like Spaceballs humor in this. They do a lot of like fourth wall, like, I'll make sure this movie's only 85 minutes.
Oh, so it is like the Garfield show. Got it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There are so many
Hey, go
moments
ahead,
where a
Amy.
character will make a joke and then they'll turn to the camera and they'll say, "You get it? Because this and that," and then that's the joke, and then they'll keep going. They did that like 10 times.
Remember when they said the screenslaver was still out there?
in the Legend of Hank.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I guess this is a very like. I read a Polygon article on this movie that praised this movie for being a kids movie with jokes in it.
What?
They didn't say. I mean, they didn't say it had good jokes, but they appreciated that it had jokes.
Did Turning Red not have jokes in it?
I don't know. Well, they were saying that like a lot of kids movies have too much like slapstick.
And this didn't.
I mean, there's a lot of like I guess dialogue based jokes that are structured with like a punchline, I guess.
What baby kids movies have these guys been watching? Because I feel like the bar for I feel the opposite. I think kids movies have gotten too good. I think Legend of Hank is an important break from that.
Yeah,
We need
honestly,
to remember
this
how bad
is
it can be.
this movie is a good. It harkens back to like I think it strikes a really good balance, to where it's not too ambitious. It's not like flat out terrible either, where they're clearly just repackaging a DVD movie on the big screen, like Norm of the North was.
Woo!
It's not like total crap,
Yeah.
but it's like I don't know. It sort of harkens back to like what would I compare it to? Maybe sort of like stuff like The Nut Job,
Okay, yeah.
maybe. Where like you get sort of
Arctic
like
Dogs.
Arctic Dogs, yeah. Maybe even a cut above that a bit.
Okay.
Even those were I didn't watch those, but even those looked kind of
Poopy?
rough. Yeah.
Did the
This
planet
is
made
sort
of
of
it?
like this is kind of like Open Season, where it's like a big deal. It's from sort of a big studio. Nickelodeon plastered their name on this, even though I don't think Nickelodeon had anything to do with this.
Wait, can you imagine Hanks in Kart Racers 3?
Yes.
Yeah. But yeah, this is a very like. There's tons of celebrity voices. There's a lot of like lowbrow jokes. It's trying to be like 2008 DreamWorks, and I don't know. I think there's just something really nice about that.
It felt very
Yeah.
nostalgic for sure. It really did feel like this is something that you would watch on the last day of school when like all the desks are like in the corner of the room and you have like a plate with some Doritos on it.
Yeah, I think this would play good in that sort of setting.
I think your comparison to Open Season has really opened my eyes about this movie. Like that's exactly what it is. It's this era's Open Season, which means it'll get 4 sequels.
Oh yeah.
I hope so.
No.
I'm waiting to see Hank's legend continue. But yeah, I mean, Adi, did you have any jokes in this movie that you liked?
God, okay, so I did keep a joke count. Sorry, not a joke count, a laugh count.
Okay.
Okay.
It got to 6, and I remember the only ones I remember were things that weren't jokes. One of these laughs is the number of logos, and the very last one is, again, spoilers. There's a scene at the end, and it's like the climax of like they dig a moat for water, and everything seems fine, and then 3 children get like swept into the moat. And I don't know why, but I laughed. And I felt bad about it, but it was just so like over dramatic. Like we did it, we saved the city, and then everything goes to shit again. So did I laugh at anything? I laughed at the montage when Ricky Gervais takes Michael Cera dog.
Love
out
those
clubbing.
words.
He takes him out clubbing, and as that's happening, he's taking him out as a distraction to like ransack and burn the city. And they like keep cutting between the two, but they have this like house music playing the entire time, and it was just kind of like, again, I don't know if it was supposed to be a joke, but it was kind of funny, just like house music montage of destruction.
I think it sounds about right for Ricky Gervais to be a blight on society.
Yeah, you know, Ricky Dickey's still being in this movie is the best showcase for this movie's production cycle.
Yeah, he was casted like years ago. I want to speak a little bit on Ricky Gervais in this movie, though.
Okay.
I feel like
it's his best
movie...
role yet.
This movie has a lot of celebrity voices. I think most of them do a pretty like decent job. I think Samuel L. Jackson, like he's doing pretty good.
Who's he playing again? He's Bobby or whatever.
He's Jimbo. He's
Jimbo. We drew him for the
he's the-
charity stream.
Yes, he's the old like retired samurai who's training Hank. Michael Cera does fine. I mean, he does his usual like Michael Cera, like I'm a timid adult man boy
Okay, yeah.
character.
He's like Morty.
Yeah. You couldn't make Paws of Fury today. Yeah, it's you know, PC culture is gonna destroy this movie. I just know it. But I think Ricky Gervais, he wasn't even acting. I don't think. Right? Did you feel this, 80? Did you ever feel this about him?
He was talking, and I'm not super familiar with his body of work, but I feel like he just kind of talks evil.
He's yeah. That's his normal speech, I guess. He does a lot of like, I guess that's his approach to acting in general. Maybe it plays better in live action where he's got his whole body language and everything. But in this movie, it sounds like he just recorded this in the morning at his house, and he just saw it as like an easy paycheck because this is a very much like, oh yeah, I'm talking right now, and you know I'm saying jokes. Yeah. This is my sense of humor.
He recorded this movie in the same way Dwayne the Rock Johnson recorded his what was it, Summer Games Fest?
Drink ad. Yeah.
Hey guys, hey gamers.
He's at the gym. Exactly. Oh, I just remembered a joke that I liked that did involve Ricky Gervais.
Oh my god.
There's a scene where they're like carving a giant jade sculpture of him giving a thumbs up, and a guy like the guy carving the wrist like hits the chisel too hard, and the thumb falls on the ground, turns upside down, and Ricky Gervais is like, kill him, and they shoot arrows at him, and you hear a scream. And that's it.
Yeah, there are a few like dark things, like dark jokes like that. And
oh my god,
the PG rating.
Oh my goodness. Oh, hello. Oh no!
I don't know.
Right in the middle of Legend of Hank discussion.
Oh my god!
Couldn't you all come when we were talking about something respectable?
Like Precure.
Oh, do we have a famous sock raid?
Hello, socks. Yeah, we're talking about Legend of, what is it? Paws of Fury?
Legend
of Hank.
The new hit movie in theaters. I put a spoiler warning on right now for the 10-year-olds watching.
Everybody, if you haven't seen the movie, leave now.
Ryan, you can't go along with the raid. Thank you for the raid, socks. We're talking about Legend of Hank. Continue.
Just in case people don't know what this movie is, Ryan, can you like find a good image to put on screen?
Oh my god. Yeah, sure.
Just put in like the corner or something. Just for everyone watching.
Okay.
That screwed up my whole train of thought. I don't know what we were talking.
You're talking about the hilarious jokes in this movie.
Yeah, remember how like right. Ricky just looks like a dying fish.
He does. Wait, his character?
I mean, you know, his character and in real life.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a really hilarious joke where Hank says he has to mark his territory, and he remarks that he ate a lot of asparagus last night.
There's a pee joke in this movie?
There are two pee jokes in like within like 2 minutes of each other.
You mean to tell me Paws of Fury Legend of Hank has a dog peeing joke in it?
It's a movie with a dog, and there's the pee joke. And I bet you're wondering, in this movie with cats, is there any hairball humor? Well, do I have news for you? There's one like hairball joke. There's no actual hairballs happening.
Wow.
But there's one part where like a cat says like, "Oh, sorry, I had a hairball."
I'm so glad there's a hairball joke in this movie.
Impressive restraint.
There's a scene where Hank gets hit with like a wok used for cooking, and then someone says like, "Oh, that's what I call walking the dog."
What did you think of the animation in this movie, you two? Because you both thought me and Rosa did it. Right, we're just here now.
This animation is perfect for a movie for kids. The lighting is very good. The characters move a lot.
I move too.
You just said this like a Wikipedia joke.
I mean, I don't really have anything bad. Like I said, like this isn't like, I wouldn't call this like DVD movie shovelware that was pushed onto screens like Norman the North was. I think it does. They're putting their 8 production companies to use here, I think. So that's nice to see. Nothing like mind blowing. They're not really doing much new with the animation.
There was that scene in the trailer that you described as Spider-Verse came out. We need to look impressive. Like scene. Was there any more of that in the movie, or is it just like one scene?
There were like 2 or 3 flashbacks that use that sort of visual style.
A West Side Story flashback, or they're like snapping.
Yeah, which I mean, it looks sort of interesting. Actually, you know what? I will say about the animation. I almost forgot about this. I think this movie actually starts really strong once you go past the 15 minutes of like Big Nate hamster birth and like production company logos. There is like an opening, like there's like an actual intro to this movie. With like a song, like a theme song for the movie, and like an animated like intro sequence.
It's beautiful. It's like
I thought
hand drawn.
Wait, this movie has like Kung Fu Panda hand drawn opening.
Yes.
Yeah, and it's like I think it looked really good, and I thought the music was good, and it was like I think it was a really great tone setter. I thought I was honestly it put me in a good mood after what I had to witness before that. So I'll praise that. Honestly, if the whole movie looked like that, I think it would have been like incredible. I think people would have really bigged this movie up. Even if the writing was the same, I think that animation could have really like elevated it a whole level.
I want to say something about this movie we haven't seen. Shout out to Michelle Yeoh, who just cut off Everything Everywhere All at Once, which is like a movie being universally praised, and her direct after that, she was in Minions: Rise of Gru in this.
She's getting paid this year. Good for her.
Yeah, she's getting great money for the 3 lines she has in this movie.
Oh yeah.
Really? Did she not talk that much?
She barely speaks.
Oh no.
She's just there.
She feels like a character who, in an earlier draft, probably had a bigger role.
Oh yeah.
Because she shows up a lot, but she doesn't really say anything or have much to do. They like sort of hint at like a romantic subplot with Hank.
Oh yeah.
Sort of.
They look at each other.
Yeah, and it's like sort of like there's like weird tension, even though it's like the first time they interact with each other, and then they don't really talk ever again. I don't know what was going on there.
You mean
why they showed us that?
Hank didn't score?
Hank didn't score. I'm sorry. This is gonna be. I think some of the like the right wing YouTuber cartoon reviewers are gonna tear this movie apart, because Hank kind of gets cucked in this film. It's yet another movie where our male character, who's destined for heroism, he gets upstaged by this puny girl character who's meant to appeal to all the social justice warriors in the audience, thinking that they can be heroes. So I'm
the
fairly
social
disappointed.
justice warriors, aka my little sister, I brought to the movie with me.
Yeah.
And trying to debate her in the car on the way home.
Yeah.
Tommy and
Hank-
Sally in the car ride
Hank-
home.
Hank deserved to be the samurai of the town. He was trained under Jimbo. He was clearly the superior hero to the little girl cat character who had a name
But
in this movie.
She held a sword.
There's one moment. There were a few moments where I just had to write down, like on my phone during the movie, like I gotta like remember this. Okay, there's one part where after like the rave where Hank is listening to house music.
Oh, good, there's a rave in this movie.
Yeah. As he's walking home to see the town is destroyed, he's whistling Gangnam Style to himself.
No way.
Yes.
And that was so weird to me. I think out loud I said like, "What?" Because like he doesn't. There's no dance sequence with that song in it or anything.
It was just
no one like sings it. He just whistles it.
I love every word you just said.
And they listed it in the credits, like in the credits when they have all the music. Gangnam Style is there as like credit to Psy.
Yeah, it's just like, did they pay for it and they had to cut that scene out? But like they had to like make it worth their while somehow. So they're just like, they just had him whistle it. I don't know, but it was really strange. Yeah, because usually when like kids movies have like Gangnam Style, they like make a big deal. Like the Nut Job we mentioned had a whole like dance sequence with a cartoon Psy doing the dance in the credits of the movie. But this just had him whistle it. Which I thought was just very strange.
What a disappointment.
Yeah. 80, I want to ask you about this.
Yes.
I don't know if I was seeing things when this came up. Was there like a cat swastika in this movie? Like
Yes,
Nazi
there
flag?
there was a cat Nazi boat, like a
What?
submarine. There's a scene where Ricky Gervais is like, we need every type of bad guy. We're gonna get bandits, we're gonna get pirates, we're gonna get like Vikings with big helmets, and they're all cats. And then like there's just like a montage of various ships showing up, and then at the very end, like they cut it off. They knew, they were like, oh, we're doing something risky here. Up from the ocean rises a submarine with a red flag, a white circle in the middle, and the silhouette of a cat's head in black.
Everything you've described about this movie seems fake. From the Big Nate divorce short to this,
They don't show the people that come out of it though. I was like, are they gonna show them? Oh no! But then they make a joke about movie executives being evil instead.
That's right. Can you talk about the Spike Spiegel cat cameo?
When?
The Spike Spiegel cat cameo.
Somebody posted in our Discord earlier. There's like a part where like they show like a bunch of detectives, and like one of them is Spike from Cowboy Bebop, and like Columbo is one of them. There's like Boba Fett. Is this in the movie?
Yeah, Okay, this is I gotta talk about that because it's kind of a blink and you'll miss it scene. There's a part where like Ricky Gervais is going over like all of the evil cats he's hired or whatever.
Yeah.
And the thing about this is it was a very like budgeted moment because when they show the cats, they're all like still paintings of them.
They're just concept art.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, there it is. So there's like a bunch of groups of cats, and you can tell here that this is like concept art, right? Like you can tell, right?
Yes.
Which is really weird. I mean, I guess, you know, if you gotta save time, then I guess that's a very efficient way to do it. They just gotta do this one painting, and they don't have to like model these characters for the rest of the movie.
I feel like Spike Spiegel being in this group feels so much like a poor underpaid animator who put this in to like have a smile that day, and nobody stopped them.
Something.
Yeah. So yeah, that's pretty neat. Oh, when this releases on DVD and I buy it, you know, I have to go back and pause on all those concept art paintings that they had there. But yeah, that was another thing I wrote down because that like really stood out to me. It's kind of jarring. But yeah, I mean the movie follows a pretty.
I just want to say this chat comment. Why did they do Spike Beagle? You're so right.
That's true.
No,
I guess
the only dog.
Yeah, I guess they wanted to follow. This movie has a big theme because it's based on like a very adult, like racially focused comedy. So they kind of wanted to maintain that. So all the ruling class sort of bad guys are the cats.
Mm-hmm.
Why do movies always do that? Like, you can't really get away with making dogs the bad guys, but like you can make cats bad guys. It's like that's a weird thing to do.
For the good guys.
Yeah, like
it's all Don Bluth's fault. I think
side?
It's because Don Bluth kept drawing scary, horrific cats in his movies.
I guess so. People in general are like, I guess dogs are just easier for people to relate to and understand because they're a bit more
like, does the dog die?
Yeah, like dogs are more like friendly and they listen more. I think they're more trained generally, so I guess no one wants to see a dog as a bad guy. Where's our movie where like the cats get their fair? I guess that's Cats and Dogs too. Didn't that movie do that? Yeah.
Do they?
Okay.
Revenge of Kitty Galore?
I think that's what that movie was. There was like a cat good guy in that, right? Yeah. As for the race analogy in this, I mean, you can't. If you were gonna make a Blazing Saddles parody, I mean, they couldn't remove that. So I guess it was better to do this, I guess, than to have it actually be about race, if you're gonna make it for like 7-year-olds,
maybe you shouldn't make Blazing Saddles for 7-year-olds. That's a second.
It's pretty rough.
Yeah. I mean, at the very least, they do keep it very simple. They don't try to make any like too direct parallels to real life stuff, really. It's
There's
just
there's no fairy lives don't matter today joke in this movie.
No, they very much it's very much just like, don't judge others, be nice to others. It's a very like kid friendly sort of message. Be nice to those who are different sort of thing. So I think they generally like, I guess if you were gonna do this, then that's about as well as you could get with it. There is as for jokes in this movie, I like they had an NWA Ninjas with Attitude joke. So
that's nice.
It's pretty fun. It's pretty hilarious.
They make a guns don't kill people joke.
What?
That's true.
There's a character with a gun, and he's near the beginning. He's like, "It's a gun. They call it a gun." And somebody's like, "Oh, don't you think it would kill a cat?" And then he goes like, "Guns don't kill cats. Curiosity kills cats." And
yeah.
Then they turn to the camera.
Curiosity and cars.
Smile. Oh, that's it. Yeah, Curiosity and Cars.
This movie, you two are really selling the movie to me. It really makes me want to see the movie for myself.
Yeah, I mean, parents. There's a lot of jokes in here for the parents.
If anyone in chat sees this movie and you didn't see the Bob's Burgers movie, I'll kill you.
Yeah, please wait till this is on streaming so you can keep the comically low box office numbers down. Because I think it's at 6.3 million right now.
Oh man. Yeah, come on. Where's all the Hank fans who said they'd show up for this?
Yeah, all the Hank fans.
Yeah. There's a George Takei character, and you wouldn't believe it. You will not believe what he says in this movie. There's not one. There's 2 scenes where he goes, "Oh my!"
Yeah, he literally couldn't even restrain themselves. That one.
Yeah, I thought they were like they showed one in the trailer, and like, you're blowing your load. Little did I know they had a second one in store for me. I wasn't even prepared for.
Which one did you laugh at harder?
I don't know if I mean, I guess the second one, I got closer to laughing just because I wasn't expecting him to say it again. It's just sort of funny how like they just had to, or maybe they forgot that they already did it once.
We can't let people forget.
George Tashi's in this movie. You gotta laugh, please.
Please look at him. He said it.
I think he did a good job as a celebrity voice role, though. I mean, he was kind of doing a voice.
Some of the voice acting was not that bad. Like,
like,
give them credit. They were trying.
Yeah, some of them actually like sort of did voices, or sort of gave, like, again, like, I think Samuel L. Jackson seemed oddly enthusiastic about this. If you watch the trailer, he has a little filmed segment at the beginning where he's like screaming and jumping for joy about this movie.
He's got a cat Snapchat filter on.
Yeah, I bet he was just really excited to show his grandkids this movie, I think is what happened.
He has grandkids now?
I mean, yeah, he's like 60, 70 something.
That's nuts.
Yeah. But yeah, Jason Griffith is in this.
Sonic?
Jason Griffith?
Yeah.
Oh, Jason, my man.
I have no idea. I couldn't tell you who he plays. He probably just plays like a miscellaneous background role.
Yeah.
He's just listed as one of the additional voices. So.
Did he? Oh yeah, he's not in the cast on Wikipedia. Like,
no,
just
not
like
yet.
A soldier or something.
Let's put him in.
Yeah, he's probably one of the farting soldiers in the scene where they eat the beans.
If you tweet about this right now, you're gonna trick so many Sonic fans into seeing this movie. They'll go see it.
Star role.
Does this mean he has a chance in the Sonic movie 3? Now that he's a big name Hollywood star?
I want to end Legend of Hank discussion with this. I want you to give this movie a numbered score out of 10.
Oh my gosh. How many Arlos out of 10 would I give this movie?
Yeah, how many Arlos out of 10?
If you're a parent, you got kids, you got family, you want to bring out the kids for a nice summer family movie, go watch Rise of Gru. Because no, okay, it's not that bad. I mean, like I said, it's not like garbage really. It's just trash, and trash is nice sometimes.
Okay,
right?
It's comforting trash.
It's
Kinda.
junk. Yeah, I think kids were laughing. I think this is a movie that kids can laugh at. There's a few jokes for parents too. It's the perfect kind of like 2008 DreamWorks formula, where there's a little something for everyone. That being said, I give this movie 2 out of 10.
damn.
No, it's like a 6. I don't know. Yeah. What about you, AD?
Oh gosh. Okay. I'm so bad at rating these things because in the theater I was seeing it was like me, my friend, and
I'm glad
in
you brought a
the very
friend.
back, it was emotional support. And then at the very back, there was a mom, I think, and 2 kids, and she was laughing the loudest. And I think that's a credit somehow to the movie that it was able to make a mom laugh harder than her kids. Gosh, you gave it a 6?
Yeah.
And then I'm trying to think of how that translates to Letterboxd scores. I would not give this 3 out of 5 on Letterboxd. I'm gonna say it's a 5. 5 out of 10.
Okay.
5 out of 10. Yeah, 5 out of 5.
Okay.
Best movie of the year.
A very solid middle of the road movie to bring your baby to.
Yes.
Yeah.
It did not destroy my marriage.
Yeah.
Well,
Might be fun
I
to
mean,
watch with your
Big Nate might,
loving
but
friends.
I'm sure when this comes to streaming service, I'll force everyone in Peach's Castle to watch it.
Yeah. And you'll laugh at the joke where Ricky Gervais makes a giant toilet and he calls it the Super Bowl, and that's a joke.
All right.
This is the Super Bowl. I am a giant fish.
Now we need to talk about. Now that we're done talking about Big Nate and Samurai Jack, let's talk about the big news of the week, everyone. Ladies and gentlemen, LeBron James, the king himself.
No. LeBron James is not here.
Oh, LeBron. This is just LeBron.
LeBron from Space
LeBron.
Jam.
LeBron from Space Jam has been finally announced for Multiverses. LeBron is here. I know.
Nintendo and Sakurai are fucking shaking right now. They're seeing this and they went, "We fucked up big time."
How did we not get him?
I know Warner Brothers had the opportunity. They freaking took it. LeBron from Space Jam is finally here.
Yes,
in
LeBron.
Multiverses.
I can't say his last name.
I think the thing about LeBron in this game is like when they add a crazy character like this to Fortnite, right? It's just a skin ultimately. It's just like a model swap. The thing about LeBron in this game, it's a full moveset created specifically for LeBron. Right? Like it's a full-on moveset made for the man himself.
Yeah. Which is just like that's just incredible. Right? I mean, we're not seeing anything else like this, I think. This is an really interesting case here. There's no fighting game characters quite like LeBron from Space Jam and Multiverses.
This is like back when they announced Mii's for Smash back in like 2014 or whatever. This is what people thought was going to happen when like Sakurai was like fighting. They were like, "Oh my god, he's going to be in the game." Now they've actually done it. They should do this more. Just start putting real people into fighting games.
Yeah.
I think the funniest thing about LeBron too in this game specifically is he has like an actual moveset that looks kind of fun. Like he's got like an actual like, thought out basketball themed moveset, which is really funny.
Yeah.
I like the quotes he says.
Yes, so LeBron, in case you weren't aware, he leaked months ago for this game. We knew he was coming. And he has quotes in this game. And one of them is like, when you win with Steven on your team, goes, "All right, Steven, after this, we're having a together breakfast together."
Oh, yes. LeBron from Space Jam and Steven from the universe having together breakfast.
I think he asked Steven how to fuse, too. He's like, "Can we try fusing, Steven?" Another trait of LeBron in this game, based off the leaked voice clips, is he hates Rick. He hates Rick from Rick and Morty.
I would too.
He's
Did they explain why?
No, this game has a few things like that. Like Garnet hates Taz for some reason. Jake hates Tom and Jerry for some reason. Velma is like really mean to Shaggy in this game for some reason. There's
implied lore.
Yeah, there's inexplicable implied like character dialogue lore.
Oh, they're trying to like make people write like Melee fan fiction. Like, oh, gotta write about why these characters hate each other.
It's very interesting from like the developer perspective. I wonder like how it must have been having to come up with things LeBron would say to like specific characters, like because I mean, we sort of touched on this, but this is not LeBron James, right? Like they cannot say that this is LeBron James. This is specifically LeBron from Space Jam. Is this character?
Yeah,
and that's what they're calling him in all like marketing material and in the game. So it's interesting, like sort of having his image used and like applying like a character and personality to him without being able to involve the actual person it's based on. Which is just very, I don't know. That's just an interesting thing. That it's an interesting part of, I guess, celebrity life.
Yeah, there's the level of separation, like we're talking about before this. Like, do you think he even knows that this is he's in the game, or is this just like he woke up one morning and it's like, oh, okay.
I'm sure his lawyers told him about it and he was like, yeah, sure.
Yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they told him about it like a year and a half ago, and he just sort of like nodded his head while he was browsing Twitter.
Do you think he's gonna do his iconic yell when he dies? And it's like alone from his face, and he's like, ah!
Ryan?
Yeah.
He like disappeared.
Oh, did I peek? Yeah, I was trying to do LeBron's yell from Space Jam 2. The other one was like, ah!
Where he's like going through the Wizard of Oz world.
Yeah, he's like getting flung around. You think he'll do that scream?
Yeah, maybe. Well, we'll see. If his voice actor in this game can put up a good enough.
Yeah, guy who voices Barrett from the Final Fantasy VII remake is doing his voice in this. Just so we're aware, this is a prestige actor doing this.
I mean, suck at the roll short.
Oh yeah, it is LeBron.
It's funny how Space Jam: A New Legacy, they had a joke about like them like digitizing LeBron James and putting him in like video game crossovers with Warner Brothers characters.
Oh my god.
And like that it wasn't even a joke apparently. Like they were actually like had plans to do that. And here we are, like it's happened. I just find that really funny.
So alongside Mr. James, LeBron James is also coming this game like in 4 days. Like you're gonna be able to play as him like in 4 days. He's coming very soon. But when season 1 of this game starts, which is August 8th, which is pretty soon, there's 2 more characters joining the fray. Have you guys heard of a little show called Rick and Morty?
Whoa! You telling me Rick and Morty are joining the Multiverses cast?
That's right. As separate characters too, which is funnier. I want to know what Morty's even gonna do, to be frank.
Just smack people.
Morty will use his union busting move to take out his opponents.
I guess Morty has done things in the show now, I guess. But yeah, he's not really known for his extensive arsenal. And maybe he'll have a move where he maybe he'll have like a laptop move. It takes his pants off.
Because it's interesting. Rick has been like leaked for this game. Like we've seen his full moveset. Like he's done in the files right now. Like if you hack the game, you can play as him pretty much. And his moveset's like about what you expect. He uses portals. He like sends out Meeseeks. He could turn you into a smaller rain dog, which is epic. He's got like scientist wacky moves. I think the funniest thing is they nailed like his proportions in his model like amazing. Like he's got like the stick. I feel like a lot of 3D Rick models don't get his like super stick proportions down perfectly, but this model animation does, and it's really funny to watch him like fight like that.
Mm-hmm.
I have no idea what Morty's gonna do. Yeah,
yeah. I mean, Morty has done a lot in the show, but he just doesn't really have a consistent like arsenal.
like
So-
unified one, like Rick does. Like Rick would obviously could use gadgets and
Right.
shit, and like all that.
I guess Morty might just be like miscellaneous references to the show or something.
He can do
I
he can
don't
do he can do he can do
He could get Swifty.
he can get Rick already has that. Actually, that was part of the leak.
Shoot.
Um,
Morty can he can do the famous Morty seizure from the pilot.
okay, all right.
He's pretty much of like a real Buster kind of character, so
That's true. His character class is Buster.
Yeah.
Morty has a
Yeah,
rage meter, and when he fills it, he pulls an eye out and reveals he's evil. Morty. That's gonna be a
Oh
skin
my
for
God.
sure.
okay. What if instead like his meter like changes into a car?
He turns into
yeah.
a car and when the meter fills up. That'd be funny.
Yeah, that is a thing that he can do.
Multiverses sell skins for characters that are like very slightly different. Like there's Iron Giant without the S on his chest, and it's like in-game coins, very cheap, like not real money. I imagine Finn will get his robot arm at some point, and there's definitely they're gonna do Evil Morty as like a 2-coin skin.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I guess talking about multiverses in general, I have it downloaded now. I haven't played it yet. Hopefully, I'll be able to do that over the next few days, possibly.
I have played it, and I'll talk about it in a second. I wanted to say also, I feel like LeBron, Rick, and Morty were the strongest characters you could have sent out first to get people talking about this shit. Like those are the three, like just these guys are gonna be in a fighting game characters. Like LeBron immediately right off the bat, that's gonna get everyone eyes on your famous LeBron James is playable, and then Rick and Morty, like the jokes write themselves like tweets. You're gonna talk about that all fucking week.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
just,
I mean, it's a great, it's kind of an exciting sort of time. I think a great thing about crossover fighters like this is the opportunity to have just like the most out there characters that you wouldn't typically think to add to a fighting game. Which I think is something even like Smash Brothers sort of lost sight of near the
no,
end.
I kind of agree
when it
with
started
that.
becoming more about like, yeah.
I feel like Smash is like, I don't want to sound like I'm not one of those like they put an anime character in this game, now I'm gonna cry type people, but I do think some of the fun of Smash Bros in its earliest years was like, it's kind of funny this guy's at a fighting game, but now it's like, okay, this character needs to have like a full moveset in their game basically pre-made for them to get in, and let's just see for Minecraft, which then you could be a little silly. And I feel like that fun has kind of been lost, so I kind of appreciate stuff like Multiverses and Nick All-Star having like, oh, Garfield's in this one. I think that's fun and quirky.
Yeah.
There's less of that like, brand integrity. Like we need to make sure that these characters are like serious and what the fans really want. Like I don't know how many people are asking for LeBron, but it's funny, so they put it in, and that's cool.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I think Multiverses, there's anything that's been nailing, I think, is a lot of the character stuff.
I wanted to ask, actually, has anyone but me played like the current one going on right now, like the current beta?
Not yet.
Okay, so it's just me.
Yeah,
I could talk a bit more about like actually playing it real quick. Just we've talked about. I played it before. I played both like the original beta and this one. I think the gameplay is solid enough. I don't think it's like super amazing gameplay. It's solid. It's very competent, is a good way to put it. Like I think someone could play this and like after they played Smash and like get into it really easily. I think it's a good casual setting game for sure. I think where the game falls off the hardest for me, because there's a lot to like about it. There's two main things. One, I think the music is bad. It's not bad in terms of, like, I hate listening to it, but like it sounds like the music that would be like if you put Finn the Human's model into an open world, this was the music that would play. It's like not fighting game music.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the music sounds like they knew they needed this game to like be a big deal. So I think they made sure the music was expensive. But it doesn't really have much style beyond that. Because I think, is it like an actual full orchestra?
It is, yes.
So yeah. So they technically they went all out with it, but I think it's just really missing that sort of identity to it.
Mm-hmm. And my second problem is it's got that like free to play game stuff. And I think it's kind of bad here in particular. Everything feels like it should be half the price it actually is. Okay, it's like $15 for like a skin, which is a bit outrageous. It's like I think like that should be like $7 max, like max.
Yeah, it's a shame. I think my biggest, I haven't played it yet, but I'd say my biggest critique of it is just like, I guess sort of what we're talking about here. Like a lot of like the presentation of it, the way that it's delivered to you, I think is pretty weak. Like I think the characters are great. I love their animations.
That's a good. I think all the anything related to characters in this game is done really well. It's kind of everything else presentation wise I take a problem with.
Yeah. Right. I mean, and I guess it's good they nailed the most important part, but like a lot of the, I mean, I guess just like looking at it, like a lot of the stages look very
flat.
Yeah, I think the game looks a little too telegraphed. Where I guess they're very much thinking of like the competitive side in mind, and they want everything to be as clear as possible. But I think it does sort of get to a point where you like sort of lose a bit of character by just having everything like a little too flat or too like, I don't know. There's always like a lot of, I guess the UI, like looking at gameplay is very like,
it's Overwatch.
It's very, it's just like a very basic like esports kind of overlay to it, and it doesn't look very, I don't know, flashy. It looks very efficient, and I think probably for like competitive players who are like playing this just for like, you know, the move sets and stuff, I think a lot of that's probably appreciated just to have everything as clear and like as easy to like read as possible. But you know, I sort of like the wacky, goofy side of like Smash Brothers, like the party game stuff. So I think it is a bit of a shame that a lot of that's pretty basic.
Because even like Nick All-Star Brawl, which was like very squarely aimed at like melee players, has stuff like wacky stages, and it added items recently, and it's like got like quirky UI,
right?
Which I feel like this game lacks.
Yeah.
No, I agree with the stages. I don't think any of the stages of this game are particularly very good. I think the Scooby-Doo one in particular is awful. I hate playing the Scooby-Doo one, which is unfortunate to say, because you know it's the Scooby-Doo stage, but it's really bad. It's it's really hard to fight on.
It's no Luigi's Mansion.
It's no Luigi's Mansion.
Yeah, and I think like they have like a Steven Universe stage now. And it like looks fine, but I guess it's just missing that sort of instantly recognizable as like a location from the property.
Right.
Some of them are better than others. I think the Batcave looks fine.
Yeah, that's a pretty good one.
Yeah, like you can easily tell what that's meant to be. Like I think the Adventure Time treehouse is pretty like, I think because you can tell it's the treehouse right away. But yeah, some of them are a bit too like the Scooby-Doo stage like barely even like registers as like a Scooby-Doo mansion.
It does have the caveman in it though, from the caveman. That's the caveman who's frozen. The caveman, he's in there and we're out here, and he's in there and we're in here.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I don't want to dump on it too hard. I haven't even played it, but
it's fun. It's Adventure Time's got a lot of like attention in this game right now, actually, which I appreciate. The two skins they have in the battle pass, and this is the one they're doing to like $3 right now, are both Cake and Pajama Fin. The only two assist trophies in the game right now are Banana Guard and Nepter. There's an Adventure Time stage in it. There's references to Adventure Time that aren't from the first season in the game right now, which I appreciate.
Yay.
Yeah, so I think we could probably, because that's like Adventure Time's reached the point. It's crossed the threshold of like being like current cringe.
Yeah, I tweeted about that the other day. I was like, I'm so glad Adventure Time has like escaped like the modern cartoon cringe phase, and now people are like, oh, it's good because I watched it when I was younger. I'm really glad we're at that point, so I can talk about it without being like, it's cringe.
Yeah. Don't worry, Steven. You'll get there someday. You'll be a nostalgic.
I think people are gonna look back on Steven Universe like, wow, I can't believe people were shitting on this so hard. It's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope to see more Adventure Time things.
Yeah, I mean,
because I like that show.
That's my thought. When they start putting Adventure Time stuff in like battle passes and like payment, that's when they're gonna start getting me. When they put like Fern, Alien, Jake in, it's like, oh shit,
it's over.
It's
over. They did kind of say, like, who they would add.
That's true. They talked about what Adventure Time characters they would add specifically. They want to add Ice King and Marceline.
Oh yeah.
I think those are probably the best picks, I'd say.
Yeah, Ice King makes sense. Like you can perfectly, and then Marceline's like a very natural like brawler with her guitar axe or bass axe. I mean,
yeah, yeah. So I hope we get. Oh man, if they get Ice King, there's gonna be so many great like Tom Kenny, Ice King line. Tom Kenny loves playing Ice King.
I said that to a friend when I was so Adventure Time the other day. I feel like Ice King's like one of his favorite characters to play because like you can tell he's always like really into. Because you can tell when Tom Kenny's doing his paycheck voice, and Ice King is like one of the voices you can tell he's really into.
Yeah. So yeah, I bet they're just gonna let him just go off and say a bunch of random stuff. And I can't wait to see what kind of things he gets to say.
80, our dear guest. What character from the Warner Bros. Catalog would you like to see in multiverses?
I'm trying to think. What's Warner Bros? Hold on, I gotta think. Wait, hold on. I just thought of something.
Any Harry Potter characters you'd like to see from the world of Harry Potter?
All of them. Lego. But not the characters from the Lego Movie. Will Ferrell from the Lego Movie, and he throws Legos.
I'm
like the dad?
Because it would be because otherwise, yes. Because otherwise it'd be unrealistic. The sizes wouldn't match up.
That's true. You're so right. You'd have a crazy glue move.
You're gonna lose your mind about one of the characters has been leaked for this game. Anyway.
Oh wait, really?
Yeah. Everyone chat plug ears. Everyone chat plug ears real quick. There's evidence for Emmett for the Lego Movie in the files of this game.
Oh shit! He's so big though. He'll be like so rectangular.
No, it's gonna be the opposite of the Iron Giant. They're gonna put a really small character in the game.
Please, just a regular sized Lego guy.
Do you think there will be a small class? Because they have a giant class. They have like a small class for Gizmo and the
They
Lego?
apparently described Morty as a small character, so there might be like a small characters class. Yeah.
I'm just imagining Morty the size of a Lego. Yeah. Patrick Bateman would be funny.
I saw this idea someone pitched for Daffy because someone who like leaked this game said Daffy will probably get it at some point. I love the idea someone pitched that like Daffy is like a spotlight mechanic, and when he's in the spotlight, he acts like wacky Daffy. But when he loses the spotlight, he becomes like Chuck Jones, like bitter, angry Daffy.
Oh wow! He gets like a speed buff.
He becomes bitter and angry.
That's funny. I like that. I had an idea. I think this might be my most wanted that hasn't been like speculated or leaked whatsoever character. Who isn't a Warner Brothers character, but I think they've said that they're open to like third parties in this. I think the Grinch. They should add the Grinch in this game.
Yes.
Yeah, I agree because I think that'd be the perfect climax of the Grinch leak joke.
Yeah, and even outside of that, I just feel like for some reason in my head, I'm just seeing like the Grinch getting announced for a fighting game, and just Twitter exploding, and everyone like telling their grandma, "Grinch is in multiverses."
No.
And like,
yeah.
I had an idea for how he would play.
Okay.
I think he'd have a very unique meter gimmick. We all love fighting game characters with their meter gimmicks.
There's like so many meters in this game, so
I think he would have a Christmas cheer meter, and the only way to fill it up is he would have a move where he drops Christmas presents that can only be picked up by your opponent. And it like heals like a small amount of their health. But the more your opponent heals, the more your Christmas cheer meter goes up.
Okay.
And if you fill it up all the way, you get a massive strength buff. So like your heart will grow like 3 sizes, and he'll be like a buff Grinch basically.
Yes.
So I feel like, of course, that'd require like balancing. It'd be a pretty complex mechanic. But I think it could open up a lot of strategy to where like you could weigh up like if you're playing as the Grinch, you'll say like, okay, am I good enough at this game to heal my own opponent and stay alive just so I can be able to fill up my Christmas meter and then get a huge like strength boost and then take them out like that. And also from the opponent's side, they could be like, is this small health boost, is it worth it, me technically helping my opponent fill their Christmas meter, or should I just avoid the presents and just try to avoid Super Grinch at all costs? So I think I genuinely I think that could be interesting. I think the Grinch would be a great character to introduce. It's a character everyone recognizes. Is the meter that X-ray that shows his heart growing? Yes. Don't comment, non-binary Madagascar. This is a real idea. This is great. I hope Tim, or whatever his name is from Multiverses, is watching right now and taking
Tim
notes.
from Multiverses?
What is that his name? Whatever his name is.
The director?
Yeah.
I think it's Tony.
Tim Warner Cable.
Tony. It's some name. It's some like normal guy name. The meter being an X-ray that shows his heart growing, brilliant idea. I think that should be it.
Can you do something with the roast beast? Like throws it like a weapon, like a club.
True. I don't know. Maybe that could be like one of the presents he can drop. Like he has a rare chance of like and it heals like 30% or something.
Rosa, what character from the Warner Bros. Catalog would you like to see in this game?
Sexy cat.
From
Sexy
Tom
cat?
and Jerry?
Yeah.
The sexy cat from Tom and Jerry. Okay. I'm lucky that that is your answer. You can't change your mind.
Now, I want to ask about the Grinch. You know how, like, in one of the Game Boy games, he's just, like, eating, like meat sexily?
Oh, the sexy Grinch from the Game Boy game?
The sexy Game Boy?
Yeah.
Sexy Game Boy Grinch?
Yeah.
Yeah, you think they should
Here, I can put this on screen.
at the end.
I think, as far as like Grinch depiction, I think realistically they'd probably make their own sort of Grinch, just so they wouldn't have to like supply royalties to Universal.
Okay.
Though I think if they were willing to shell out for the Grinch, which I honestly, personally, I think they should, I think it would be in their interest to have like the different Grinches.
Okay.
You know, we could have like a more traditional sort of Dr. Seuss style Grinch that's their own take. We could have a like Benedict Cumberbatch doing a weird American voice Grinch.
What a great movie, yeah.
And we could have Guy doing a Jim Carrey impression Grinch.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh my god.
I didn't realize what the caption of this was. I'm sorry, everyone. I didn't see what the caption under this post was. Look at it. Okay,
oh my god.
Soak it in real quick. Soak in the images.
Put something on top of it.
There's no caption. Don't worry. It's just the sexy Grinch with no caption.
Layered under Benson. Oh my god.
Layered under Benson.
Oh.
Alright, everybody. Guess we know who's starving.
Jesus.
There was no caption. There never was. I feel like I've said this before. I got incredibly lucky with this game's roster right off the bat. I feel like everyone I would have wanted is in already. Because if you were to ask me who I want, I'd probably say Garnet and Jake, and then I'd like, all right, and then Velma would be cool, and then all of them are in. So now it's just for me. I think I just want to get silly. I just want to add silly shit. I want them to add Pete the Punk from Adventure Time. He's got to get in, obviously.
Yes.
I know they said they're trying to get anime characters in. I imagine they'd go for JoJo or whatever first, because that's like distributed in Warner Bros. Japan. But another one that is I'd like Mob from Mob Psycho, because he's distributed by Warner Bros. In Japan too.
Okay.
I'd like that.
I really like that character. Oh.
You know what they need to do? Like, similarly how they had Rick and Morty, they need to add Mob and Reagan at the same time. And Mob has like the incredibly obvious, like, oh yeah, that's a moveset, obviously. And then Reagan's just stupid bullshit.
Yeah.
No, I gotta ask.
Yeah.
How would they model Reagan?
Sexy. People think he's sexy, right? Sexy.
Will we see it in his curvatures?
Yeah, are you asking if they're gonna give Reagan like a fat ass?
If they're gonna give him like a fat ass taunt.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
He'll have a Princess Peach butt move. I think that would actually work out.
He needs to look like a Clark Newman from
What?
what
is this?
What was this in?
What like Canadian cartoon has this come?
No. What was it? It was like a PBS cart. It was like Wild Kratts.
Wild Kratts?
They're like the American celebrity Clark Newman.
What?
Crap, what was this?
I need to put this on screen so people know what we're talking about. I'm getting it up there.
Posing with the camera guy from Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs.
Oh my god.
I can't remember what cartoon this is from. Damn it. Anyway, he should look like this. They should stylize him in this exact way.
I know.
We brought this up with Spike Spiegel and Paws of Fury, but I just love when like just like animators and like artists on like kid shows just sneak in just the most random references like this to like anime they watch.
When you're watching a baby cartoon 10 years from now and you see Whisper from Yokai Watch, you know how you got there.
That's only you. That's all you.
Oh, to complete the triangle of like duo characters, there's gonna be Rick and Morty, Mob and Reagan, and then Walter and Jesse are the final like duo.
Yeah.
And then there'll be like a ring out animation that's the fly.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
Looking forward to the future multiverses. I hope all my favorite characters get it from all my favorite things.
Yes. And if they don't, I'll get really angry and I'll harass the developers. I'll make rant videos.
We usually have a segment here for what we watched or played this week, but I think we all kind of were able to talk about that. Except Rosa. I'm going to give Rosa a chance to talk about something she watched or played this week. But Rosa, please know we are 2.5 hours. So remember to keep it, have brevity with your discussion.
Well, no worries. I don't know what that word means.
Okay.
So, I've recently played Klonoa since the remaster came out recently. I finished the first game. I'm going through the second one. And I gotta say, Klonoa is a really fun time. I really love how the character looks. I love how they maintain like the voices and like it's very cute and everything it's very nice to look at. I'm so happy. I've been wanting to play this series for years. I'm glad now there's like a chance to play it. I did something really insane, and I went and like tried it and got all the gems in every level. Now, let me tell you, this game is like a breeze to play through if you're playing like a normal person. But if you're like me and felt like you could do this, you could get every gem possible, then you'll go nuts.
What did you do it?
I did, and it turns out you don't really get anything from it. At least
No!
for the first game.
And then it cuts to like the Mario Sunshine postcard, and you go, "That's it."
At least that's what I think. I don't notice anything different. I don't know. I locked every mode. But I did end up getting like the extra level, which I played through. And honestly, playing through Konoha, it really is like a game for like speed runners, because like it really is just like you gotta know when to do things at the right timing. You know, it's very fun. I deploy everyone to play. It's at least $40. I don't know, maybe get it when it like drops a bit.
Yeah. So you recommend it? Okay.
Yeah, and it seems from when I heard when it came out, despite the efforts of Namco Bandai, Klonoa did better, and it was actually caused like Steam page to like crash.
Yeah, they famously were under advertising this game to the point like there wasn't like a price point on it until like the day before it came out.
Yeah.
God.
Oh God. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm glad it's doing good regardless.
Yeah. And now I'm going through Klonoa 2, and I gotta say, I am aghast at the fact that like you actually need to get gems to unlock stuff, and I do not want to do that because that level design is like not will make you work for it.
Crystals, of course.
But yeah, I love Klonoa. I love the voices. I hope they make 3. I hope they finish the Shifty Looks, the Shifty Looks comics.
They're not doing
I
that.
hope,
You can get that third game, but you're not getting the shifty look.
Oh.
I hope they like re-release a lot of other Klonoa games and the one cross game that Klonoa appears in.
See,
I've never.
I was gonna say,
played.
I feel like
I
you'd
never
probably
played-
like it.
Yeah, I've never played it in my life. I've never like tried to play it. I guess just cause, what has it been? It's just been on like PlayStation, right?
Yeah, it's
Mhm.
like the first 2 games on PlayStation, and
Oh,
there
and
was
Wii.
a remake on the Wii.
Yeah.
Which
There
has
was a
like
Wii game.
I say I wish they brought over like some of the costumes, but what can you do?
But yeah, I never really played it. I guess it was kind of like Crash Bandicoot, where it always seemed like something I would like, but I just never got into it. But
It's a game that was like that felt out of reach.
yeah, now that's got this like modern, re-release of it. I think it seems like a great opportunity. I should probably get it. I should probably get it on my Switch because it seems like a game I'd play a lot because I'm really into like, is it like a side scroller?
Yeah, it's a 2.5D side scroller.
Okay.
It'll have you like throw stuff into the backgrounds for the most part, and then
Okay.
like shift like planes. But other than that, it's mostly 2D. For sure, if you're like, I think if it's like you like speed running in games too, it really like lends itself well to that. It even has like time trial modes and everything.
Because I'm a big fan of like, I like side scrollers. I think I like games where you don't have to move the camera. I think that's how I'd sum it up. In terms of like the platformers I like. So like I really like Kirby games and the 3D Kirby game too. I'm really into like Crash Bandicoot and a lot of like modern Sonic games.
Whoa, you like my game?
Yeah. So I think now's the time. I think I could get into Klonoa. It seems on a similar wavelength to that. Say it's like fun to speedrun and stuff. Yeah, I'm gonna support this game so that Namco can make another Klonoa game that underperforms, and then they shut down the studio that made it in order to work on Anime Arena Shovelware. Well, we're gonna have a good next 5 years of Klonoa.
Let's just wrap it with Crash, except replace it with Call of Duty.
Yeah.
All right. I'm glad you're enjoying Klonoa, Rosa, and Seep will check it out. I will force them to.
What about you, 80? Will you check it out?
Yeah, honestly, I will, because I finally have decided that I'm gonna actually buy things on Steam. I don't know why, but I didn't want to for years. That was like Switch only.
Yeah, it's funny. I was very stubborn about that too for a bit.
But now I'm gonna buy Stray, and I probably will also buy Klonoa, because that sounds really fun.
I don't have a gaming PC, so I just buy everything on my Switch. So that's why I'm just playing every RPG ever and not finishing them.
You can play on your iPhone.
Oh, I have been playing on my iPhone. I've been playing Genshin Impact.
I don't believe you. All right, everyone. This is the last thing we do on the show. We take 2, maybe 3 questions at the end. This is the part where you get your question in chat. Please don't ask a stupid one, or I'll maul you.
That's my
Your
one.
question better be smart and intelligent.
That's my word. I think Ryan has been learning.
She's been learning.
Yeah, she's been learning my my vocabulary.
What kind of stuff do you say? You say like you kill people, right?
I never say I kill people. I never say kill. I just say either perish.
Legend of Hank sequel predictions. What do you think? Okay, you two. What do you two think could happen in Legend of Hank 2?
There was a post-credit scene that I didn't watch because I had to go home.
Okay. Crap, there was. I saw it. What was it? It was probably nothing. Okay, what they probably could do like another classic comedy like parody or like remake, but I have no idea what the Spaceballs, but they're not in space.
Oh,
they're
Hank
still
Balls!
In Japan.
Hank Balls?
Yeah.
The Legend of Hank's Balls. Yeah, let me look up his comedies. Mel Brooks. We could have Young Hankenstein.
Okay.
Yes. Oh, that's it. That's it.
Any thoughts on Nathan Fielder's new show, The Rehearsal? I did see the first episode of that, and it's really great. It's a great I guess, Nathan Fielder sort of thing. It's like Nathan for You, but it's sort of a different concept.
Mhm.
It's very much in a similar vein. It's very funny and it's very like crazy, I guess. I definitely recommend it. It's on HBO Max. Yeah.
Let's see here. You know, let's get something spicy in here. What was your first animated crush?
AD, do you have anything on that?
I'm trying to think.
For some reason, I feel like you would. Because okay.
I'm trying
Because
to
you're
think.
you're into. I feel like we should. I want you to sort of flex. You're into a lot of things that nobody cares about, right?
Okay, I think honestly, I'm trying to think. When I was a kid, what shows did I watch? And if there was any character, I'd be like, I like that character. They're cute. Maybe that. I'm thinking as I'm trying to time travel. The skip me. I'll think of something.
I can give you my answer. I think the earliest one, I probably had a few when I was like a baby. But the earliest one I can remember is like when I was 13. I think I had a crush on Flame Princess.
Aw.
For Adventure Time.
I don't really get cartoon crushes a lot because I prefer 3D girls. Oh, shut up. Shut up. Oh god. I don't know. I'll say when I was 6, Violet from The Incredibles. I don't know if that's true, but I feel like it probably is.
Okay. What about you, Rosa? Do you have an answer?
I'm not really sure. There's probably characters like, oh, cute over the years, but like it never like solidified itself until I got like, I don't know, till like as I became an adult or something.
Right.
Like it never like the concept never really like stuck with me until like maybe characters that I was kid, but then like by the time I'm like teenager, like I
Okay,
really
well
like
now tell me
that.
your fictional crush as an adult.
I guess uh Dog Girl from OKQ. I guess in the earlier presentation, yes. But then now it's like, oh, I am the dog girl from OKQ. I would say biggest fictional crush right now.
I know what it is. Say it.
I have a couple. Now I gotta say it's just like these characters to me are like very butch looking. So there's Wolferum from Smile Precure. I just think, they just have that look.
Okay.
I really like Wolf of Donald, but like the project and rendition of Wolf of Donald, because like again, Wolf of Donald looks very butch. I have to look through my bookmark for this game, but like it was one where like based inspired by like early anime art style, and there's like this wolf character. It's like,
Oh, the Chip and Dale girl.
No. But also, hold on, and there's this other character. Let me pull up Judgment. Let me pull up the name.
You know, AD, if you can't think of your first childhood crush, what's your fictional crush now?
I thought of one.
Okay, what was it?
I remember. It's the girl from Jimmy Neutron that had like her name is Betty, and I think the whole thing was like, oh, she's so perfect, everyone loves her.
You were Jimmy Neutron?
I guess so. I honestly don't know because I remember as a kid it'd be like, I like that girl, I like her outfit, I like her, but I wasn't sure if it was like I just thought I wanted to wear that dress too. I don't know.
Right.
Can't believe it. You were Jimmy Neutron.
No.
Yeah. Oh, okay, and now I gotta say, Yagame from Judgment, very butch looking.
Okay.
When I was 12 and finished Planet Robobot, I had a crush on Susie. I did that when I was 20.
Also, I think the voice actress for Akira from Preacher is very handsome.
Okay.
All right. Okay.
Oh my god. How is this surprising to any of you?
Oh yeah.
I mean, you ever seen how I dress?
It's true. It's true. All right. Good. Jolly good show.
Yeah. We just. Okay. I just want to readdress this really quick. Quick. Last question. Will Seep's Comedy Corner come back, or is it dead? You know, we'll see. It's always subject to come back, but when the time is right, you know. I think that's good for when we have really like dry, barren episodes.
No, we had a lot to talk about this time. We were more subdued this episode, but that's because we had a lot of stuff we actually cared about to talk about.
Yeah, we didn't just like flop around for 3 hours. Yeah, you might see it again. I don't know. I still have a list of jokes that I might use. I don't know. Okay.
Before we wrap, go on.
And we might see like a return of Rosa's improv hour.
That's every episode.
Yes.
That's every episode.
What did you just do?
Against my free will.
Oh my gosh.
What?
No, did you just clear up the screen?
Oh no, because I was gonna do fan art before we wrapped up. I cleared the screen before.
Yeah.
I've been trying to make sure to do that every time. I think I forgot last time. I don't know if we had anything last time. So this is fan art corner. This is from Dynamo in the Discord. It's based off something Seep said in the last podcast about Gino from Super Mario RPG. Nix was Sonic from the Sonic Prime trailer. Here is Gino saying, I know what you're thinking. I would.
I love seeing. I love how this fan art. I feel like it captures that scene from the Sonic Prime trailer really well. I appreciate this. Man, that's why Comedy Corner is for bits like that. That was something I was saying to myself. I think a lot of time the reason why we don't always have Comedy Corner too is I will find ways to just incorporate jokes into topics. So that was one of those moments. That was just in my head.
I would. I feel like you do your Comedy Corners spread out now.
Yeah. I mean, you know, it happens when it happens, you know.
Here's some fan art from Sako from iCarly from the Discord. This is some fan art of Seep. This is it's huge. Discord images from phones said to be huge, so I'm not surprised. Here is clone Seep, skin of Seep, regular Seep, and a Christmas toad Seep in the corner.
Oh my god.
Now there's a lot to chew on here, I think.
Well, it's adorable.
Firstly, clone Seep was, I guess, a joke I forgot I said like 2 years ago. Where I said there was like a lot of controller clacking noise.
Uh-huh.
And everyone was like, "Who is that?" And I was like, "Oh, sorry, that's my brother. He's gaming right now." And there was like, you could hear someone like yelling in the background. I don't know. I don't remember how I premeditated that. I don't know if I just ran to the other side of the room, screamed, and then ran back within a second. But I guess that was a joke I did. Like this. Yeah. I like this sort of depiction. It's like a twisted version of me. I guess if I was a video game reviewer.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah.
We also have. I think, is this the first depiction that anyone's attempted at Skin of Seep?
I sketched something for it once, but I didn't finish it. Mine was a bit more like it's just your body shape, but like flopped like a carpet on the ground. I didn't finish it because I wasn't proud of how it turned out. But you know that Futurama episode where like they get like they're like everything sucked out of them when they look at that picture? That's kind of how I drew it.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, Skin of Seep, for anyone who doesn't know, you know, bless their heart, back on Earth right now. 80, do you know about Skin of Seep? You've like watched our show before, right?
I think I might have missed out on that part.
It's a very rare joke. I don't know.
It was like the first joke we ever made, I think.
Yeah,
I'm not caught up.
it was basically just a thing that happened, I guess, just to annoy Ryan. Back when like she was Ryan used to be like really like it didn't take a lot to like set you off
Yeah.
in like a lot of the early episodes.
Yeah, we've been doing our best to make sure we set off Ryan every once an episode.
I think you've all calmed down.
I think you got crazier, Ryan. I think
that's probably what happened.
You got a little more confident, a little more wacky. But yeah, Skin of Seep was always a character that I never liked to elaborate on. I feel like it's something that I think it should be up to the interpreter what Skin of Seep exactly is.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, I don't really want to like comment on like how I think they should be depicted. Honestly, I think whatever you make of Skin of Seep, I think is what Skin of Seep can be. I think that's the magic of it.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you to anyone who puts fan art in the Discord. I'd like to share it. Before we wrap up again, the final time for realist time.
Yes.
80, do you have anything you want to plug before we close the show out?
Oh gosh, I can't think of anything. I'm sorry. Hey, watch the Bob's Burgers movie streaming on HBO Max and Hulu now. I can't think of anything. I'm working on stuff that's not gonna come out for like months. So, hey, be nice to yourselves, everybody listening. You know, have good weeks.
Yeah, where can people find stuff you've worked on? Because I think you're a fantastic artist. I think people need to see.
Thank you. That means really a lot coming from you. I've made stuff. I made a short film like a couple years ago that I'm still really proud of called Chatterboxing. It's on YouTube. I'm lunchmonger most places. And I'm just posting whatever now it is. But yeah, I guess
Yeah.
That's it.
Go follow 80 on everything ever.
Yes.
Yay.
Hey, I got something to promote before we wrap up.
Okay.
Give me a second here.
It's better not be stupid.
Look at my whisper.